and gentlemen, welcome to Gamer Grudge.
That.
I laugh at everything. Because I have the mentality of a 12-year-old little boy trapped in a 31-year-old woman's body. That's why.
Same. Wait a minute, that's not same. Never mind.
I mean,
Welcome,
I
everybody.
ain't judging.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Game Grudge. How's it going? It's Labor Day. I hope y'all having a good time eating some fucking burgers and hot dogs and whatever the fuck you want to eat on Labor Day. Whatever, I don't care. I actually do care, but I do care that you're watching our show. I thank you for watching us. But anyway, guys, we have a fighter. We have fighters today. We sadly we only have two fighters. This is a one-on-one match, and this is probably going to be a fun matchup today. But before we get to the fighters, we have to get to the staff. Starting with the person, he's the man with the plan. He knows what he's doing. He always has the facts. Mr. Zach, how's it going, Zach?
Not too well lately, but we'll get better.
Okay, all right. Drink some ginger ale. You'll be all right. Next we have Trent Bella. How's it going, Trent? How's it going? The vampires from Transylvania.
No, but okay.
I think you should change your background to Mars to be a vampire from Mars.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He said no.
She said no.
No. She's like, no.
Like, at least people would care.
Next we have, and last but certainly not least, we have our returning fact checker. She just got back from doing a convention. Miss Eek, how's it going?
Good. Not too bad. Just ready to help fact check and keep all y'all in line again.
Ooh.
All right.
By the way, Vampires from Mars is a book.
Oh, is it really?
It's real.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, no, I'm.
That was not
now
a
I'm
joke. Not a
Excuse me.
joke at all.
No, yeah.
I
that's
have
good.
to go put this on my reading list. Thank you.
All right. But before,
There was also lesbian vampires from outer space.
this is also something I want to watch.
Topics for another night?
Just keep giving me shit to read, man.
We're certainly waiting on somebody else to pop in, which is Trillo XL. He has not popped up. He is the current champion of Gamer Grudge, but he is not answering. Trill, answer, damn it, come on in. He knows the gig.
Because I got high.
So let's go ahead and get to the fighters. First, you seen him on the GF1 podcast. He was a blast. And now he has come to try to take Trill's belt. Mr. John, how's it going, John?
It's going good. I am the bright ray of sunshine that everyone crowds around in my life.
Okay.
But that's an interesting way to say that you're a burnout.
So do you got Skittles?
All the Skittles.
Oh, cool. All right, cool.
What you need.
You won the point.
Let's do it.
You won the first question. Okay.
Skittles. Yes, diabetes.
I like the face you made while you were saying that.
Hard game, like, no.
I'm already down a point.
Is there any food that's like intrinsically worse for you than Skittles?
Oh man, I love Skittles.
Skittles are delicious.
Are
Have you
they
had the
going to
gummies?
kill you if that's what you eat all the time?
Have you had the gummy Skittles? The gummy
sure
Skittles are
possible.
actually pretty good. They're
I
actually
think
pretty
your
good.
teeth will go first.
Yeah.
Gummy Skittles? No.
And last but certainly not least, he was on a pre-tape episode, which you'll see this month. Hard Gaming, how's it going? Hard Stuff Gaming.
I'm alive. Things are good.
All right, he's alive, people. He is alive. All right, so let's go ahead and go over the rules of Gamer Grudge. Yes, guys, we have rules.
Do we?
If we don't, What you gonna say, Trink? Trink, you say something? She didn't. She's
dead.
quiet. Oh, okay. She's alive. Oh crap! No, Trink! No!
She's frozen. She's frozen.
God! Oh. Okay, I gotta go to this. All right. She'll be back. So rules are as follow. We have the point is awarded to the fighter with the best argument. The fighter with the best argument. The person with the most points so the person with the most points will win. But if we go to a somebody leave.
No.
Oh, okay,
No.
just making sure.
I just took my video away for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's going on? So we don't go to a PvP, but if there is a tie, which not likely, well, it could happen, but if there is a tie, we'll go to a PvP. And pretty much that's it. But we got phases. Let's go to the phases. All right, so phase one is the introduction round. Basically just give us your answer. That's all. Phase two is the declaration where you have 3 minutes to make your argument for your own answer. Phase three is the grudge. It's the free for all. This is 5-minute grudge where you just fight off and you say your answer sucks, but keep everything above the belt. Okay, above the belt, don't go below. And phase four is the last minute judge round where we give you like a question. We'll give you one question, or we'll just leave you a last minute rebuttal, a 1 minute rebuttal. And phase five is cleanup, where I literally ask Zach about the facts, and we'll give you our verdicts. All right. So with that said, on this nice Labor Day Monday, are you ready to grudge?
Woo! Do it.
Yes.
Damn.
Murder each other. I mean,
All right. So, do I play the montage? Should I play the montage today, or should we just skip it?
Do we need to kill time?
No, we don't. We're good.
Sure.
You want to just go ahead and go to it?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
All right. We're skipping the montage. Fuck the montage. Woo! All right. So,
Thank you, Ryan, but we have people on time constraints.
actually, I made the new montage, so that's like thank you, Mac, because you're saying thank you, Mac. So.
But he got the original footage.
Yeah, he did. But it's actually thank you, Mac. I'm looking for my bell. Come on, bell. Damn it, where's the bell?
How you use these things?
You know, I actually used to time it with like a 5-minute hourglass.
All right, well, I guess
That's how ghetto we were then.
All right, so let's go ahead and go start with question number one while I find the bell. Question number one is, hold on for a minute. Question number one is, Zach.
You do know you were locked on Trink's screen or mine.
Locked on your screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm locked.
Yes.
That's the confusion. I've been trying to figure this out.
So, Eek, you want to read the questions?
right? Are we sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's right there.
Okay.
Ah.
It's
Me,
on
your
Zach's.
drink. Sorry. Which who? Which
Eek,
one?
Eek, Eek,
Me.
Eek.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm trying to zoom in on his screen.
It's okay.
Ah. I'm just gonna make faces. Here we go. Oh Jesus! Hold on. I'm
Yeah,
just going
you really hate her, don't you?
Yeah, he does. Hold on. I have it on Twitter.
You know
Hold
what,
on.
Eek? You want me to go to Trink?
No,
No.
because I have the questions right here on the Twitter that you sent to me.
All right, cool.
So it is question number one. What is the worst racing game for the 5th generation of consoles?
All right, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Hearts Up Gaming, and then we're gonna go with John. So Hearts Up, what is your answer?
007 Racing for PS1.
All right, cool. John.
Armageddon for the Nintendo 64.
All right, cool. All right, Hearts Up. You got so everybody who got time? Eek, you got time? All right, she has time.
Confirming, just double checking time amount. It is
3 minutes.
3 minutes. That's what I thought. Thank you.
All right. You may start now.
All right. 007 Racing. The fact that it has racing in the title, even though there's really not a whole lot of racing happening in the game, should tell you right there. Secondly, it is so choppy when you play the game. It's like I mean, if you're playing on a normal level, the bosses barely hit you. You're driving around, you pick up some stuff, and you have to use certain rockets on certain things, like a tank versus a helicopter in the air. The game is a mess. It is so bad. And meanwhile, it's trying to do something cool where it adds in, stuff with Pierce Brosnan and what's her name that played and just all these extra things that they try to toss in there to try to make the game good. It was not. It was horrible. It was really bad. And it wasn't even really a racing game. So that out of all the racing games, I feel like that is one of the worst out there.
All
That's all I got.
right.
Yeah.
All right, that's all you got? All right.
Yeah.
All right. John, you're next.
All right. Well, I would like to start off Carmageddon with a quote that came from a certain aggressive entertainment enthusiast, if you will, for copyright purposes. We won't say his name. But playing Carmageddon, you're playing a 12-car pile of bullshit. The N64 is a port of the PC version, which is a good game. And that what makes this even worse is done by Titus, who is also responsible for Superman 64. So that's one strike against it right there for association. It's just feels like such a rushed port of what was a good game on the PC. The graphics are all blurry. The controls are just super sluggish, non-responsive, especially when some of the missions involve some of the win modes involve good controls, like you need to kill zombies. Well, if you can't move the car, you can't kill the zombies. How can you play the game at all? The camera just hates you. The camera should be your friend in any sort of game, and the camera is not your friend in this one. There's different ways to win the races, but none of them are fun whatsoever. There's better games to play out there. Carmageddon 64, if you pick it up, it's just something you pick up to show to other people and say, this is what pain is in a game format.
All right, that's it?
That's it.
Woo! Okay. So, all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and switch this to another mode. We'll switch this to gallery view because everybody likes the gallery view when we do this. And I'm gonna go ahead and start it off. Once I ring the bell, you may start. You got the time? You ready? All right. Zach, are you ready? Frank, you okay?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Confirming time is correct at 1 minute. Yes?
No, 5.
5. That one is 5. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start this. Wait a minute. You may start now.
All right. I think the worst part about your argument for 007 Racing is, something you said, racing is in the title, which automatically disqualifies it as a racing game. It's not a racing game, so it shouldn't even be in this argument whatsoever. That aside, I'd say the music is actually pretty on point. It's got some fun graphics. It tells a story, and the controls are definitely choppy, but at least you can get somewhere. You can feel like you do some stuff. The most you got for Carmageddon for sound is for however long you're racing.
Okay, I hear you on that. I've never even heard of your game, so I can't really talk about that. But I did play this when PlayStation came out, so I have a visceral, objection to this game, partly because of my love for Bond. When this came out, this was just so bad. I mean, the rendering on everything was so choppy. The music, yeah, okay, is Bond music, but all I did was copy it from all the movies. So you can't really say it's anything original. And also the voiceover work, did it add anything to it? No, it didn't. It really didn't. It was really bad. And the argument, yes, that was my argument. It has racing in the title, but is it a racing game? No. But the question was worst racing game, and it has racing in the title, so that's why I went with that one. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of negative stuff to say about yours, because I think you nailed it. Because I mean, that was pretty funny. I can't imagine playing a game and just going. But at the same time, this was really annoying. Like, use this missile to shoot this helicopter down, and yet the helicopter would just go back and forth, and all of a sudden it would pop in your screen a little bit, and if you didn't get it right then and there, it's gone again. You gotta wait, and then everybody that's shooting at you, tanks, people, most of the time they miss. So, like, what is the point of this game? There's literally no reason to play it. You really don't do anything.
Right, I will not argue with that. The gameplay is awful. Like, if I tried to get through the whole game itself, I'd cut my fingers off. And I'd say I got to look at it as a whole. That you're saying it's doesn't add anything new with the music, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're getting something. You're getting that bit of familiarity in there. You're portraying your fan base when you're saying, like, oh, hey, look, we got the music in here. You play it, but you can at least say, well, okay, the game is awful, but at least I can listen to some good music. And you get to the next stage. You see some little cutscenes. Like, okay, this is a break from the pain. And I think that's the most important thing. Just there's some switch ups as you're playing the game itself, which once again, not a racing game, just has racing in the title. But
you drive around. You do, like, you have cars racing next to you when you're playing. I mean, there is that. I mean, but is it like a timed course thing? It's definitely not. I mean, their one thing was, like, their big promotion of it was you get to drive Bond cars like the Aston Martin or the BMW Z3, Lotus. But I mean, if you look at the cars, would you really know because of the way it's rendered? Like, and here's the thing. So the dialogue and the scenes where you're saying that, like, this is great, this will be helpful, nostalgia, whatever. It was so bad because it was the first PlayStation. So the games were so slow, compared to the stuff now. And even Nintendo 64, I think it was a lot faster than the PlayStation games on almost all of them.
Right, because you're looking at like chip based versus reading off a disc. So yeah, definitely the PS1 had a lot it had to work on with you being able to get processing, get more power a lot more power going on with there.
It was brutal.
I think honestly both games are just a service to like their predecessors, whether it's the movies themselves that you've grown up to love, no matter what the Bond villain, or a superior PC game.
And that's time.
Right.
Love that, Dale. All right.
Question: does everyone consider, like, Rad Racer a racing game?
I mean,
Because I mean that's the same formula.
Honestly, I vaguely.
You know, you got what's the bike one from Sega?
Road Rash?
You know, no, from
Road
Sega.
Rash, yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I'm just saying, like it. You have
oh, Rad Racer, yeah. I love
and then
that.
you have Outrun, which is literally how long you can go. Like
Yeah.
racing is not to the confines of what you think it needs to be, kind of thing. It
Exactly, and
you can do multiple things that involve racing tactics.
Okay, and see, and that's where when I was talking earlier about Max questions.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we could all get on board with that idea.
Got it. And that's like I said, that's where where sometimes Max questions, I'm like, this is kind of open for interpretation, maybe a little, you know.
But this is not my original question. This is actually a question I pulled out of the question bin. This is actually Zach's question.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
It was.
I think Zach is trying to clarify it there. So
yeah. This is not Mac's question. This is definitely not a Mac original, because a Mac original is crazy.
Max like, nope, I'm not touching this.
No, and mine are super specific.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I loved Rad Racer when I was a kid. That was just a,
And then you played it again when you were older.
and I was like, why am I doing this? Unless if I was playing it on my Atari system behind me, then, or not Atari, Jesus, what's wrong with me? I can't. The box behind me here.
The arcade?
Thank you, arcade. I was playing on that. I feel like that would be super fun. But an old Nintendo system, yeah, maybe not. Like, why is this taking so long?
All right. So, anybody got a question? Last question, or we just want to let them do a rebuttal?
Drink.
I
Drink
got
shit to
nothing.
head no.
That's like when she shakes.
Listen, I don't even know this generation of console. Don't look at me.
Okay, cool. Zach, you came up with the question. You got something?
I do, but I want to see if you can come up with something.
Damn it. I'm gonna ask E. I think I come up with something, but I'm gonna ask E. E.
Honestly, I don't really have many questions because I played both of these games and all of those arguments were very valid. I just kind of had a little bit of like flashback from my childhood there, and I was just like, oh, I didn't want to remember this existed. I blacked this out.
So I think I come up with a question, but Zach, can you come with something better? I think.
Okay.
All right, so
I got it.
Huh?
I got it, if you want.
Well, let me see. Let me see if you can come with something better.
No, okay. You want me to see if I can top what you're about to say?
Yeah. Because my question would have been like, what are the different? What is the worst racing layout? I guess, is that a good question?
No. I'm gonna go different.
Go ahead.
Strangely, both of these are adaptations of other types of things. Which one of how does yours fail at adapting what it's trying to the most?
I like that.
You know, how does it fail? How does Carmageddon 64 fail to live up to Carmageddon on PC? How does 007 Racing fail Bond?
All right. You want to go first, John, or?
Oh, sure. Thank you. Honestly, I think for Carmageddon, you have a fun game on the PC, and really, it's just simple math at that point to just take everything from that and put it in there. And then what Titus was doing, they just made a bunch of sacrifices. I can understand taking away the running down live people aspect to make it a little more suitable for a family system by putting zombies in. But when the controls are just so unresponsive, and one of the main core mechanics is you run zombies over, and you can't even do that. You failed on every attempt to make this game what it was before.
Okay. So I don't feel like this game, so being a Bond fan, there's the books, later on there's comics, but you want to dive more into the world you want to be a part of, you want new things, and this game was just it was just garbage. Like it was just like clumsily put together. It was like, oh well, Pierce Brosnan is the hottest new Bond film right now. Let's put out something that we could do for everybody. And the way that the slow moving targets, like it was a joke. It was crap to play. It was like a bad Atari version of a game, but for PlayStation, just because the film came out. It didn't add anything to the film. It didn't bring, extra stuff for Pierce. It literally didn't do anything other than, you saw some cars that were originally in the film, but you really couldn't even tell those were the cars. I mean, the Aston Martin, you can tell because why? Because it was silver. I mean, and the body was fairly the same. It was a joke. It really was. It was just a poor. Like, let's just put this out because the film's popular. That's it.
All right, Zach, facts.
I mean, these are both pretty bad. The sacrifices you'd have to make from PC to N64 is pretty great. Like, huge gap there. So just wanted to point that out. Like them squeezing it in, like actually squeezing the original into a card is just not possible, like, at all. But yeah, no. But other than that, it's like with James Bond racing, just it seems to be kind of forgotten the most, I'd say. I'd also like to point out that I don't think Pierce Brosnan actually voices himself.
Hell no.
No, it registers his likeness.
Just recordings. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got John Cleese to do the Q.
Wait. John Cleese is Bond?
No, he's Q.
Oh, damn. Fuck. I wanted to see that. Damn it.
Do you not remember him in the films?
I remember him in the films. I block out Die Another Day. I just feel like if it don't exist, I'll feel better.
It can't hurt you.
No, it can. I just don't exist. That film, Halle Berry and The Invisible Card, does not exist. No. Fuck that movie. Okay, you're done, Zach? Besides the film that don't exist?
My God.
I mean, pretty much. I was just mentioning that. Okay. I just wanted to get everybody on the same page about what is a racing game.
Right.
That's mostly my concern.
All right. Usually I literally pick on somebody to go first, but today I feel like it's a good time for me to go first. All right, so I'm gonna judge this first. Yeah, John won. He won. I'm sorry, Heartsup. I did as a Bond film. It's a terrible game. It's shit. But Carmageddon, the way he described it, the controls, which, like I said, 2 components to a game. You don't have that control. Your control works a little bit. His control is non-responsive. It's just terrible. And he sold it with the I was like, no, don't want to play that game. I would literally avoid Carmageddon like the plague. So John gets my point.
I hate you, Mac. I'm done.
I'm willing to bring something up. I do realize your argument was pretty much based off the AVGN episode.
Yes, it was.
Which is why you won, Mac.
Well, no, it's not just that. He described it the best, not because James Wolfe is a person now on Gamer Grudge. James Wolfe, please.
That's
come
never
on.
gonna fucking happen.
I hope it does. Look, I need hope.
Look, are you gonna send letters to his new podcast? or
Yes,
what?
I'm going to send letters to his fucking podcast. Come on, Gamer Grudge. It's nice.
Dude,
We got Roller Rock.
That's right.
So, Zach, who you thought won?
Wife wants to jump into the shot.
No, I don't.
You want to shout everybody? You want to shout everybody?
Huh?
This is my wife.
Hi, wife.
Get closer, so they can see you in the.
Hi,
you're
wife.
hidden in the dark.
Hi,
Sure.
wife.
Show your wife the stream with the big tit anime girl. Yes.
Oh my God.
She's
I
seen
had
it
to-
before.
I had to bring him his pills, you know.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Get him ready.
Oh my God.
You guys have fun.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.
Awesome.
Oh, now I'm turning red. All right.
She's a lovely lady.
Thanks.
She's a lovely
Thanks.
lady.
Thank you.
We love doing that. We love when people just pop up on Gamer Grudge. That's awesome. So Zach, who you thought won?
I am gonna also have to go with Carmageddon just on a technical level.
All right.
Because if you took out the Bond aspects, you would just have like a bottom of the barrel, simple racing game that no one would ever care about.
Right.
Where if you take off the label of Carmageddon on his, it's still whatever the fuck they turned it into.
Yeah.
You know?
I get what you're saying. I agree.
Like if you just had flat textures and didn't know, and you were put in front of James Bond racing, you would just think it's bad, but you'd be like, I'm in front of,
I'm not playing this.
whatever.
Yeah.
There's
It's
no
not gonna
anger.
hurt you.
There's no
there's
heat
no
there.
Yeah. I
So.
get what you're saying. So I would go to Trent, but I'm gonna go with Eek because I want to give Trent a break.
So I am gonna preface this by saying, even though I am a huge James Bond fan, and I'm like, that's one of the reasons why I originally played that game and rented it when I was a kid. I am going to go with Carmageddon, and this is also purely on the technical aspect. You cannot expect a port. Even today, we still see problems with it, with ports from PC-based games over into carts. Carts just were not technically designed to handle that.
Thank you, Nintendo.
Thank you. Also, the other thing too is, which I'm surprised no one brought up as an argument for this, is no game based on a movie or TV show, in my humble opinion, has ever been very good. Like, they always seem very rushed, very like if it's part of even like an animated franchise. So like, say, I'm like gonna pull one out of my hat. It's like, say the Rugrats games that were on the 64 or things like that. You pull them out of the hat, they're not very great, they're not well designed, so you can't really go into them expecting something good. But at least we got a racing game out of the James Bond ones versus Carmageddon,
Okay.
which gives me like 1,000-yard stare.
Murdered my boy.
He killed
Alright.
my boy.
So Trent, we're going full circle. Circle life.
Yeah, I was gonna also give it to John, just because the funny thing is, when you look up these two games, the one's just like really bad Bond game. The other one has like playthroughs titled "Please Kill Me."
Okay. All right.
It has garnered a reputation, yes.
That's done.
No, I'm not gonna.
No. I fucking hate
I go with John on that one too. Then.
Yeah, Hearts
Yeah,
Up.
that was-
And that's what you
I
find
said
when
it's
you
a
look up
bad
what the hell
game.
this game is. The
Yeah,
first playthroughs are like, I'd rather die than continue playing one more minute of this game.
Wow.
Hearts Up. I admit it's a bad game. It's just Carmageddon's worse.
I guess so.
Also,
yeah.
If you want to
Hey,
die after playing it, I'm okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Titus also did RoboCop on the original Xbox.
Oh boy, that was bad.
I can just keep going. They did that Oscar game, Evil Zone.
So, Trink, what are they saying in the chat?
Okay, well, we kind of blew up here for a second after I asked the question.
Of course.
Well, because TPP's here, so of course. But let me find where I put the question. Oh my lord, there it is. TPP said Mega Drive and Mega CD, and Rob said he has to agree with the 64 one. That was about it. Oh wait, they started getting into other weird stuff like micro machines and Mega Race.
That Mega Race. Who is the bastard who said Mega Race?
I don't know. Who could have said that?
Yeah, I know. It's a good game. It's such a good game.
Also, I would like to say that Mega Drive and Mega CD were not in that generation. They were in the previous. They were technically not 32-bit yet. They were just slightly higher. You had 32X.
I'm kicking myself in the ribs right now because I could have won that argument if I just thought a little harder and just said Diddy Kong Racing. Fuck.
Also, I think we would have given you this one had you picked Mega Race for this question.
Oh yeah, I would have won. I love Mega Race, but I'm like, yeah.
I also kind of hate it. Right?
Yeah, but I love it. But it's a love-hate relationship.
Somebody talked about micro.
It's like Big Rigs.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Big Rigs is fuck you. Big Rigs is an amazing game and should be in a museum honored. We should all bask in the glory of Big Rigs. All hail Big Rigs.
We should also run from it as fast as possible. So,
all right.
Unique.
We love the chat. We love you, chat. We love you. We love you. All right. So onward to question number 2. So question number 2. Zach, you want to read that?
Name the best movie tie-in game on a handheld pre-Switch.
Ooh. And Eek was just talking about there is no good movie tie-ins. Let's see if we can do this. This is so fun.
Change my mind, bro.
We're not going to quote Steven Crowder on here.
John, what is your answer? Yes, would you say true?
I would have said, can I get away with Resident Evil? Because it's technically.
I mean,
no, that's a comeback answer.
If it wasn't on hand.
I love Mia Jovovich, so yes, that one will just win. Just in general. No, you cannot change your answers in advance.
Also, why would just saying Resident Evil make you say she won, considering Mila Jovovich does not exist in the games?
But it's still Resident
because
Evil.
It's within the same universe, and
it's
low
not.
Key.
Wait.
Oh God.
The only real
really? Are you going to be that way?
No, they literally aren't.
Listen, the only real tie-in was the Matrix one. It added to the story. It wove itself in there, but it was never on handheld.
It was separate on
like a
handheld.
separate story, but they incorporated the Oracle and all kinds of other people. So that was really the only one that I
That's true.
knew of that actually was an actual tie-in. So
that is true.
That's true. So John, what is your answer?
Lego Star Wars.
Woo! All right, Heart.
Spider-Man 3 for PSP.
Sorry, I got PS3, so sorry.
No, you did. I changed it out.
Yeah, that's my fault. I meant to put
PS3. I'm saying I changed it out to be the correct.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it.
Jack's on
it. Yeah. All right. So, John, you have each has the time. 3 minutes.
I do. I got it. Maybe.
3 minutes.
JK. Yep. Now I got it.
All right. 3 minutes. When I ring this lovely bell that I got right here, you may start now.
All right. Lego Star Wars. Like Lego in general makes a lot of fun games. Everyone can play, whether you're a little kid, like just wanted to play through, just have some fun, beat some stuff up, or if you're a completionist that you have to find every little pip that you can to, get unlock everything. So that's a wonderful part of the game. Going kind of borrowing from what we did with Bond Racing. There's a lot of good music there, so the Star Wars music, and oh hey, here's the Star Wars music, so it's automatically going to bring in that feeling of nostalgia. Like, I love this game, I love this series. If you don't love the series, we can't help you there. And one thing that I really enjoyed about the Lego games before they made the switch over was just being able to tell a story in pantomime. Obviously, on the non-handhelds, it's done a little better, but you still get a good story told through pantomime without having to rely on voice work. And Lego does that. They put in their own humor to it, so you like recognize it. Then they add their own little spin, like, aha, that's funny. I get it. Cute. The gameplay, it's very easy to pick up, easy to play, and still enjoyable as you go through. Fun boss battles. You learn like, okay, here's the pattern I got to learn. Here's what I got to do. And they even varied up in a few different levels besides just going around and just smashing stuff, like the Hoth battle, for example, that you actually get like a little top-down thing. So it varies up the gameplay a little bit. While still getting the main points across for Star Wars. We're getting the story, we get Lego, we got the music. It's everything you want in a movie game to be good.
Oh, okay. All right. Ringing the bell. All right. Good one. Heart, you're ready to go. I'm going to ring the bell right now.
All right, Spider-Man 3 for PSP. So I didn't have a lot of handheld consoles. I had a Game Boy and I had the Sega Game Gear, and then I got to like kind of borrow a friend's PSP right around the time they came out, and I Spider-Man 3 was out, and I'm a big Marvel junkie and all this stuff. And the game on the PSP, for one, the graphics were phenomenal. Like, it really, for me, I was just like, wow. My other stuff didn't have this. It was almost a 360-degree map. Actually, I'm pretty sure it actually was a 360-degree map. That you could go anywhere and do anything, and then you had all these missions. But one of the big things that I thought was cool is that all the voice work, all of it, was done by the original cast. So I'm pretty sure Sony paid them to do extra for the game itself. And the camera work in it, with the angles of things, you could swing through the city. That was huge. You incorporated parts of what it was to be Spider-Man. Part of the game, you were taking pictures as a photographer. It add a little more to the whole Marvel world and the Spider-Man world by you being able to be, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, whatever. And eventually, you also got to be in the black suit, because obviously that was part of the Spider-Man 3 film. I just thought that this game kind of blew my mind. It was the first game I played on the PSP, and I was severely impressed. That's it for me. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to switch this to Galler mode. Eek, are you ready? No, she's not ready.
I'm fact checking. Sorry.
It's okay. Are you all right? So while I'm gonna make sure the others are ready. Trink, are you ready? All right. Zach. Okay, cool. We got thumbs up from Zach. Now, Eek, are you ready?
No, I'm ready.
All right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and switch this to the other screen. And you may start now. Now.
Go ahead, Harda.
Okay. You know, I gotta be honest. I'm not a huge Lego. I mean, Lego World fan. I mean, I played Legos when I was a kid, but I mean, there was the original stuff where you had to build things on your own and be creative. So, you know, when they start incorporating Marvel and DC into the Lego stuff, honestly, I don't know what it is. Part of it's super annoying to me, and I can't stomach the cartoons or the movies or any of the stuff or the games. It's just not my jam. So I really don't. I can't say a whole lot to the play of it because I never played them. I just it's just not my thing. Well, that being said, my brother loves some of the newer stuff, and he'll got the Batwing Lego thing, and he likes some of the films, and I don't know if he's ever even played the games himself. So I don't know how it plays. I'm guessing it's just kind of standard. I feel like Lego stuff, it's all the same premise, like this, and I just throw, well, we're gonna make it DC themed, or we're gonna make it Marvel themed, or we're gonna make it whatever themed, and there's no anything more to it.
And those are some fair points that if you're just looking on the base, there's only so much a Lego can do, so they have to get creative with the powers and how people can do it. And with Star Wars, at least, a lot of the building comes from using force powers, but then they also have the lightsabers, and you got to use a combination of those, like for the combat, and then force powers can be used a little bit offensively, but also for puzzle solving and just trying to figure your way through the level. Spider-Man 3 for the PSP, wonderful game on the PSP. I can't deny that. Getting the cast back for that, especially Bruce Campbell, just walking you through that. It's great, and any game with Bruce Campbell in it, I absolutely love. My problems with it is it just starts to get repetitive, that you have a whole world to explore, but when a lot of the side missions just become the same thing, then you're like, okay, now I got to go over to this block of a vague New York City, and I got to get this balloon, or I got to beat up these thugs. And the combat as well, the combat, just like I can only press X so many times before I've done the same thing over, and just enemies just follow the same patterns. Oh, I gotta pull this thing open, mash triangle. Okay, I did that. The main story, getting everything in there, makes it better than the movie itself was, which I really appreciate. But I think in general, just some of the gameplay itself just takes away from the open world awesomeness that it tried to bring to the small screen.
I mean, so in the Lego game, so are you still basically following the same story, or is the missions in it? So I got two questions. So the missions in it, is it an open world, or are you literally just stuck like this screen, that screen, this screen to become to the final battle? And then the second question is, the rendering on the lightsabers and the force, is it also like a Lego type pixelated square thing? Is that how it plays out?
It gets the lightsabers as down as you can when you think like of a combination between like a Lego long cylinder and a lightsaber.
Okay.
The force, they had to take some liberties with, like you never see like little wavy lines around in the movies, which would be really weird. But once again, it's something to help relate and let people see, like, okay, this is what I'm manipulating right now. So you need that as far as gameplay. Design, yeah, not an open world. It's more of a side scroller platformer per se, that kind of walks you through the movies, and they take some liberties for it, but it really helps you follow along with the game and the movie.
But can you swing through the city?
Not till later on with Spider-Man and Lego Avengers or Lego Marvel.
By the way, I just want to say we are both wearing musician shirts.
Yes.
All right, and with that, I'm gonna say time.
All right, cool. All right. So, anybody have a question?
I do. I have questions.
All right, question or question? Just one.
Actually, probably questions. I think it's just two. So one is one game specific, and then one is just actually a generalized one for the question that we had asked. Oh, you okay?
No, I'm okay. Go ahead. Look.
Sorry, I heard a squeaking.
No,
I got concerned.
No. I said no. Go ahead. I was like, go ahead.
Okay. So my question is for the purpose of this specific Gamer Grudge question, is the Switch considered a console or a handheld? Because that could potentially change how I scale my rating.
I would call it a console with handheld capabilities.
Yeah.
man.
I'm wondering what Mac. What do you guys?
Pre-Switch anyway? Is what the question was for.
Was it pre-Switch?
Yes.
Okay, then if it was pre-Switch.
Yeah,
then
it's right.
never mind. Never mind then. Never mind. And then null that question out. And then my other one is since you said it is to tie in with a movie type base, for the Lego Star Wars, are you just saying just the Lego Star Wars game itself, or the entirety of like the Lego Star Wars-esque franchise for handheld?
We'll say for the DS, the original.
The original. Okay.
There's one called called the Complete Saga.
Yep, the Complete Saga.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
The prequels do not exist. The prequels are my Die Another Day.
Wow.
Wait a minute, hold on, time out.
Wow.
What is this film are you fucking talking about? It does
nice.
I don't know.
It all comes back to Bond. It's our theme of the evening.
What film are you talking about? Is it a film that Holly Berry
it all needed to show us that George Lucas was crazy.
Oh, George Lucas
let's be
for Howard the Duck.
No, that was better. Nobody had expectations for Howard the Duck.
Look, I'm trying to get TJ pissed off. He's going to come over here and like, fuck you. Howard the Duck is the best film ever made.
I mean, I like that movie a lot.
Okay.
Like, I own it on DVD.
Nice. I need it on Blu-ray.
Why don't you do it on Is It Rotten, motherfucker? Coward.
Listen, TPP is just disappointed that this show hasn't devolved into Clockwork Orange yet.
I'm gonna be honest. There's things that happen in the open of Clockwork Orange that preclude us from doing that on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah. We don't have copies.
He's like, we need blood. I was like, we need fire. He's like, we need some milk to go with the blood and fire. I was like, yes. Do you want some eyeliner and a bowler hat with that while I'm at it?
Oh, wow. Okay.
That would also make a bad.
The alligators, they throw up bees on you.
All right, so E, what was your other question? You said you had another one.
I asked both of them already.
Oh, okay. All right. Will that affect our... Okay, well, let's go and go to facts. Zach?
I would like to point out that the Spider-Man 3 was developed by the same people that eventually did the Call of Duty series, Treyarch. And strangely enough, Lego Star Wars has a better meta score with a worse user score, but it's the reverse for Spider-Man. And there was a really salty, like edgelordy guy back in the day that must have played Lego Star Wars It's amazing. This is a terrible game to say the least. Too many innocent DS chips gave their lives for this monstrosity. It deserves no better. I just wanted to thank you, Tessie, in 2008. I mean, these are facts that happened.
So Trink, are you at all, versed in this question? Because I was gonna let you go first.
Okay. Well, I of course have gone almost every type of DS there has been. I never owned a PSP, so I could not give any weight in that. I didn't own a PlayStation till like but I did play most Spider-Man games, so I get the basis of those. I can imagine what it would be like on a handheld, just shrunk. They kind of, would have to compact quite a few things considering the Spider-Man games were pretty open one. And I've played quite a few Lego games, but I didn't play Lego Star Wars because I really hate Star Wars. But I'm going to look at this as a Lego game and not like just a Star Wars game, because the Lego games are most of the time a little off from the movies they interpret off of. Anyway, both would actually be pretty good considering all things, because both are liked by different audiences. So this is like two like polarizing worlds here. Like one is very much a kid's game and one's is kind of like a kid, like older kid teen game. Is who their audience are focused towards.
Instead of polar opposites, I mean like right on the edge demographics, really.
Yeah, but I mean most people who though video games, unless they're like me and play a lot of stuff across the board, are either going to play one's your style game or not. Like not many people are playing Lego games if they're into superhero games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Unless they're young.
But Marvel superheroes exist.
Yeah,
Right.
like I said, unless
Yeah.
they're young.
Yeah. Oh no.
All right. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Uh-huh.
And then you
So-
never saw him again.
Yeah, we never saw him again, but we need him. All right, so Trink, who you went with?
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Lego game because they do have a good demographic. They're really fun. I enjoyed every one I've ever played.
Okay.
There has been some junk Spider-Man games, and considering it's on a handheld, I've never seen that, and I'm not exactly thrilled to.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm not gonna look at the notes because I'm just gonna go this by what I play. I have played both of these games. Personally, I have played both of these games and I play variations. I played Lego Batman, Lego Indiana Jones, and I've also played Lego Star Wars. One thing I can take from Hearts Up Gaming is what and I can say that this is a fact. It really doesn't differ from, it doesn't give you a lot to do. It just follows the story of Star Wars. And while it is good and interesting, it just follows the story of Star Wars. That's about it. I mean, personally, I would rather play those hard-ass Star Wars games on the SNES. I probably get more fun out of it, but building shit and all that, I just felt like it's just the same damn game. No offense. It's just the same damn game. I played Spider-Man 3. It is fun. I do agree. The argument that it's literally repetitive gameplay is true, but at the time, to put all that into a PSP cartridge still is fucking amazing. And for that, I have to go with Hearts Up. So Hearts Up get my vote. So 1-1.
Mike again.
You gotta vote. Zach?
You're
I'm
right.
thinking on this. I think your argument about which one follows the movie, they're both movie tie-ins that both follow the movie closely.
Right.
So that's I can't really judge it on that. Those grounds.
No, I wasn't judging it on that. I'm just saying the gameplay. The gameplay is just repetitive. Like the gameplay
Well,
is.
Here's the thing. The reason I wanted these on pre-Switch handhelds is because we're dealing with batteries and charging in short times. Not like our current situation. We're all locked inside with our handheld, staring at them and hoping,
You want to go outside, damn it.
But you get the idea. Like these were not in games that were not intended to be sat down and run through in one go. So like the stop-start kind of gameplay, like, is not exactly a disadvantage. Like, it also would depend how well you know these movies.
Right.
Like, well, I think I'm gonna go with just the. I'm gonna actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with Spider-Man just because that's kind of impressive. Like, I didn't expect a company to put the effort in.
Yeah.
No.
Also, try Lego City Underground, completely original property. It's GTA, and it's basically just Lego GTA, and you can destroy anything.
That's
Very
cool. That's cool and all, but I rather play Lego Indiana Jones. I get to whip things. Yeah.
I get to literally break down the police station.
Yeah, but I get to whip stuff in Indiana Jones.
I thought about Indiana Jones for a bit, but
like I literally.
I thought you were going to say I was thinking about whips for a little bit.
When I was a kid, I was like, "Fuck you."
Well, when you were a kid, I'm just thinking like, when we were kids, we didn't think about the whip in that at all.
No, actually, as a kid, I wanted.
Now I look back and there's a guy with leather and broad chest whipping people.
Look. I'm not gonna lie, and I know we got to get to eat, but when I was a kid, I literally recreated the damn in Last Crusade. I literally just redid the whole tank scene in my front yard. Like, oh, here I go.
What are you talking about? You did that before you saw Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
No, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull does not exist. What's up? How's it going?
Yeah, you made it. I accused Mac of making that movie.
I did not make that damn film.
I like to forget that one exists. So the crystal what?
Crystal meth.
The crystal meth? Is it about Montana?
The
what? Anyway. So you need me to cast my vote, yeah?
Yes. You're the deciding vote.
Yeah. So I'll just be straightforward and say that I will hands down give it to Spider-Man 3 on a handheld console. It is really impressive what they were able to do for a PSP. A PSP was very powerful, like a very powerful handheld for its time. And I think that they just chose wonderfully to do that. Not saying that Lego Star Wars wasn't good. I mean, the Lego games are great. Star Wars games are great. Both of those on the handheld is also a magical combination, but it just didn't do anything extra. It didn't zazz. It didn't spangle my banners, if you would. But the other thing too is that Spider-Man 3, and this is what I was fact checking, they did actually bring in the original voice cast, which that's not something that's really done as much anymore, or even back then with games, is to have them actually tie into the cast. So I really think that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. So
and I wonder, like, with the latest Spider-Man, not the Miles Morales, the one before then, I actually wonder if they took that rendering of the game design and that's what they made better for the PS4 new Spider-Man, because to me it's
I mean, I doubt Insomniac had any dealings with Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, I just wonder if it was inspired or something like, hey, we should make this entire map and let him do.
I know the swinging physics are based off 2.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious.
And two, had this 3 had the same ones as 2.
Yeah, because I mean, the latest Spider-Man. I mean, it's just it's my jam. I love it. I really do. And I haven't played Miles yet, so I'm excited to play Miles.
Like I said, it was fun. I thought that seemed like the funner option. Even though I love Lego Star Wars. It's just there are too many iterations of just Lego Star Wars. It's like, which one does it fall under?
I'm kind of with. I only really want Lego properties that are Lego.
Yeah.
I mean
I love Lego.
Like,
I like Lego. I like Lego.
Like that's why I like the Lego movie a lot more, because it showcases a lot of that spirit.
Can we get a rated R version of the Lego movie?
What? There is.
What?
There's Lego racing games.
No, rated R.
No.
Oh, that exists. That's
you know what I want them to make? I want them to make a Lincoln Logs game. Or Lincoln Logs movie.
Yeah. Actually, I just want to make a movie with
I feel like if you said that to children today, they'd think you were talking about literal shit.
I want the. I also, while we're at it, game of life. The game of life yeah, just do the game of life. I just want to see that with the actual pieces. Save us.
Save you?
Save us. What they saying in the chat?
Well, you of course gave away your answer already, which was Indiana Jones. But
what? No.
TPP was wondering why no one picked Home Alone.
What?
I didn't know there was a handheld game for Home Alone. You learn something new every day.
I don't think I did either.
Yeah, the music. Oh, great.
What, was it on the Zizzle or something?
What is a Zizzle?
Also, I do agree with.
Look it up and find out for yourself.
Yeah, we'll look it up later.
I feel like I'm going to end up in a dirty site.
No, it's not. You won't. You wish you would have, though.
Said he was surprised no one picked 007 Quantum.
That game is ass. I'd rather play 007 Nightfire on the Game Boy, and that was better.
I think I'd probably go with the Metal Gear Solid transfer, because they remade the MSX original into a game.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I thought you were going to talk about another bullshit Metal Gear Solid game, because you know how I twitch.
No, the MSX one.
Okay, cool. Sorry,
the one Kojima actually touched.
Right. See, guys, if you don't know the history of us in Metal Gear Solid, Zach does not know fucking shit about the
No, I don't.
And he tried to.
Sure.
You and Ryan really pissed me off with that round, and I really wanted to strangle you both for that shit. Me and Angie both wanted to strangle you for that putting us through that. Like, Metal Gear Rising is a good game. Oh, fuck, what the fuck? Metal Gear. You have not played fucking Metal Gear Solid 3 or 2 or 1?
I've played 2 and 1.
Snake Eater is a good. Damn it.
We've lost Mac.
Yep. Yeah, you lost me.
If you asked me at that exact moment which one I enjoyed the most of them, that was it.
I still want to. Zach, I really want to thank you for that. So guys,
have you played it?
I played it. I did.
Was good.
Guys, it's all right, Zach. All right, so now, guys, as TPP said in the chat, yes, we want you to get a little bit more fired up. So we want you to get angry. We want to see blood. We want you to literally get out your fucking katanas and start slicing some motherfuckers. And we want fire too. We want Charizard to come in here and blow a flame of fire into this motherfucker. How does that sound, Trink?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, cool. And we want milk. We will drink our milk shake. I drank your milkshake.
And you bring all the boys to the yard. Got it.
No, I was copying fucking. I'm not singing this song. I was copying fucking.
The
I was
blood
copying. I was
oil
copying
movie.
fucking the P.T. Anderson
No,
oil film.
blood for
No,
oil,
no,
whatever.
too late, Mac. You said it.
Blood.
It's over.
Yes,
Movie blood.
yes. Got it.
No, you are forever bringing your milkshake to the yard, man. I'm sorry. It's over.
Listen, it's just
Game
like
over.
your nickname in my Discord. You're done. It's over.
Mac,
You did this
Mac
to yourself.
milkshake.
Mac milkshake.
Yeah.
Damn it! You're changing my
gonna-
name again. Fuck! Damn it! Okay, let's stop. All right, so
Do you want to say food fucker? Is that what you
no,
said?
damn it!
Well, he fucks the milkshake. The milkshake is his bride.
So
This
should I
is-
change it to milkshake fucker?
No, damn it!
Actually, I think that's it right there.
Why is Pick on Matt Day? It's like let's.
It's not. We just listen to what you say.
All right,
You talk, therefore you fuck up.
All right, so let's go ahead and go to question number 3.
All right.
Okay, what's wrong with the bell? Okay, it works. Yay.
It was working the whole time.
Okay, so question number 3 is Trink, you want to read that?
Where is that? There it is. Which games with a 50 or below Metacritic? Oh my
Metacritic.
God, can I read? On Metacritic would have made a better films than games.
Except being licensed and tie-in.
Yeah. License tie-ins, all that good stuff, that legal shenanigans, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, yes, yeah. All right, so this time we're going to start with Hart. So, Hart, what is your answer?
I chose Vroom in the Night Sky.
Ooh.
Everybody's like, what?
No, I know what this is. I remember the report, sir.
I just watched the video. So John, what is your answer?
My answer is Leisure Suit Larry box office bust.
Awesome.
I would like to point out
Oh, porn?
Pretty much.
that there are way more Leisure Suit Larry games than there are Star Fox games. And unlike Star Fox, Leisure Suit Larry had a game in 2020.
Wow.
That is a
Wow.
correct.
Wet Dreams Dry Twice.
This is true. Lisa,
God.
come back for the GF1 podcast.
It's on the Switch. It's on the Switch. I have no idea how they cleaned it up for that.
Either.
Wow.
So come to the GF1 podcast where we make a film based on Leisure Suit Larry, who will star in it.
I
Okay.
think that's called a snuff film.
Oh God.
Al Pacino.
How does Larry make another one then? Never mind. I don't want to know.
All right, so Hart, you're starting with you. What is your? We're going to start with you.
Okay.
I'm ringing this bell. 3 minutes. I'm making sure she got it. I'm gonna chill. So she's
Yeah.
swimming around. She's getting
Yeah.
the phone. She got it. Oh my God, Vanna, you're doing right. Okay, cool. All right, so
Oh.
ring the bell.
What was that? The fire that they were talking about?
I
Yeah, this
don't
is the
know.
fire. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the fire. Here we go.
Oh, all right. So I chose this one because my my mind saw this game and was like, you know what? This could be a whole Stardust meets Waterworld kind of jam. You know, Stardust as in like she's up in the air and she's flying around, she collects things where, you know, like they did in Stardust with the Sky Pirates, and Waterworld as in basically the entire world is just up in the sky. They don't know what's below them. They're above the cloud line. They have to kind of like jump around from structure to structure to survive. They're not necessarily scared of falling because that's just part of life, you know. That's just kind of how it is. And it's also that kind of magical thing with Stardust, where there's just magic in the world, and she's doing her own thing, and living her life and working and basically getting fuel to keep doing what she's doing. You know, that's kind of the whole thing with Waterworld too, that like you just keep getting supplies to keep moving on to the next wherever it takes you. So that's what I kind of envisioned with this game. Obviously the game was horrible, was basic. You know, it was just one of those dumb, I'm just gonna do this for a couple hours, and yeah, that's the game. There's really nothing to it.
All right. So John, you're next. You're next.
All right.
On The Price is Right. No, not The Price is Right. Game Grudge. I'm ringing the bell.
All right. So unlike Hard Up's game, mine actually had some sort of a plot. There's a mole from a rival studio trying to ruin the one studio. So it's up to our hero to try and find out who the mole is while going through all the attempting to go through all the Leisure Suit Larry antics through a bunch of like little mini games. The game itself is awful, but if we take out the game itself and just take the story, I feel it has a lot of potential for something with the movie studios. Besides, on the base level, you get some mild sex humor in there. It's been done before with movies like Deuce Bigalow and Austin Powers, that you find some similar jokes without rehashing the same old things, but find that Leisure Suit Larry humor that Al Rowe brought to the games to make it absolutely phenomenal. You get some fun cast members. You'll get some good dialogue going on it. It's a great game. It's also has the opportunity, since we're on a movie set, that you can lampoon a bunch of games not games of movies. If you want to if you want to spoof some westerns like you did in the game, you can. If you want to do a spy movie, if you want to find some sexual way to do Fast and the Furious and do that, you can bring all sorts of movies in. You don't have to settle for what the game itself brought. You could take a lot of current popular movies, the Marvel movies and DC movies. You could get any sort of superhero sexually charged game movie in there, and just have a blast with it. So I think there's a lot more potential with box office busts to make it a better movie than it was a game. That's all I got.
All right. All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd like to point out, if there's websites you need, sir, I can find them for you.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
It's only one. They're the ones who did Strokemon. They've done like everybody else, like Mighty Muffin Power Rangers too.
Mighty Muffin Power Rangers?
Pounder Rangers.
He's,
Pounder.
It's a real ruin your childhood. 10-inch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that one exists.
I showed you
all right, all the children or teenagers that are watching me, stop watching right now.
They shouldn't be watching. We said children leave, damn it.
We literally do.
Yeah, we already told them kids don't. Them kids shouldn't be watching. If you're watching this, that's hey. We're
Kids,
watching
if you're
this.
watching this right now, type in Rule 34 and your favorite cartoon.
It's totally safe
Oh,
for
God,
school,
no.
totally safe for work. Just go for it.
Yeah. Take the earphones out. Let your boss hear it. He'll probably be like, these guys are awesome.
Watch it with your grandma.
No, don't do that.
Best-
Grandma.
No.
That's a
Don't do
no.
that.
Sure.
Don't do that to
Down the
grandma.
line, okay.
No.
do that to
Grandma would be like,
grandma.
"You're talking
I
I mean,
Don't do that
worst
to
case
grandma.
scenario, you give grandma ideas.
Yeah.
Or you kill grandma.
Oh, womp womp.
That's the actual worst
Thanks,
case scenario,
thanks,
just
Frank.
saying.
All right,
Well,
so-
no, there's you kill grandma, then you get turned on from what you found.
Oh, no.
All right,
And
I'm
that
gonna-
makes the connection, and life is over.
right.
It is the anti-life equation.
you ready? All right, I'm gonna ring the bell starting now.
You want to go first, John? You want me to go first?
All right, I'll go first. I guess my biggest question is, you mentioned Stardust meets Waterworld, which is more of a plot than the game actually had itself. Going on the Waterworld thing, are they going to have a section where she drinks her own pee? I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So once again, that's more content than Vroom ever brought to the game. I guess that's the thing that worries me most about your idea. I mean, that they're going to have to take a lot of liberties with the game, with the movie, which will make it a better movie altogether. But then it's really not the game itself.
Okay, I hear you. But the question was, what would make a better film than the game? And you've already said that it was a great game. I quote, that's what you said, and that there was actual plot in the game. So I feel like you're constricted to the plot of the game, which honestly, that game was my second choice. So I just thought I didn't, and the reason I didn't pick it, I felt like it was too like on the nose. Like if you're gonna create a film from something, you're gonna want to try to expand the world and make it a little more than what it actually is in the game, because that's what would make it a better film than the game. And that's what the question was. So and yours talking about different expansions, like I could see all that, but again, it's still kind of the same premise. He's a really dirty guy, does dirty things, you said it was going to be a box office bust, which would not help it be a franchise film. I don't know. I feel like mine maybe a one shot, but at least it would be an entertaining one shot where you can go, they made this crappy game into a really good film that we never expected. And that's why I would make a better film than game.
Then it's not really the game at that point. It just borrows from the name and says, okay, we took the name and now we fleshed this whole movie out. Like where was that? Where was any semblance of that? And if we just stuck true to the game, that she's just going like, oh, I got to go get more of the Stardust so I can be powered to get more Stardust. Then it just becomes an indie film of like a weird dystopian, future for her, where she just constantly, it just becomes an allegory to the human work style where you just constantly work and work so you can afford money to do more work, to work, to work.
Things to the printer?
Are we doing weird things to the printer? What?
My printer is like lighting up rainbow colors and having a seizure. Sorry.
Well,
Last time my husband printed me out Mayo beer. Keep going. I can still hear you.
Is Trink gonna start doing jumping jacks?
Possibly, which would still be a better movie than what Vroom could ever have done.
I still think
hour and a half
there's room to expand. Whereas yours is kind of like typecast.
Rich girl,
I feel like
on a bike collecting stars.
It would be like a collective of the Sandler group doing your film. It would just be that weird slapstick, not really funny.
You take that back about Sandler, at least for his earlier work.
Okay, well, yes, there is that. But the premise of the game is still the same that would be in the film. They're just expanding on it. That's why I'm saying it'd be better film than game.
Right.
What is Pink doing?
I guess it comes down to like, what the better movie is going to be at that point. I mean, where are we making the judgment? Which is going to be the better movie compared to the game, or the better movie compared to the other movie, and in which case, box office bust, which could also just borrow a phrase from you, on the nose. That would be a great Leisure Suit Larry title. I think that would just be a better movie, altogether, than about some girl that just drives around in the vast wasteland collecting resources so she can get more resources.
Yeah, I guarantee you it would still, because it's a lady, doing all these things, there'll still be a better box office turnout than some scary, creepy.
All right, we got time.
Good.
I have a question for all of us, really.
Yeah.
Does this movie have to have come out the same year as the title?
No
I
answer.
don't think so. I wouldn't think so.
Because I'm saying, like, if we're replacing it in time with like that, then the film would have come out in 2009 for Leisure Suit Larry.
This is true. This is true. But here's the thing.
that-
Here's the problem with that, Zach. There's a lot of films that were supposed to be made at a certain time, and productions does fuck up. So you could say
they
it was probably
probably shelved
made in
They
2009.
shelved
but-
it for
Well, no,
years.
I'm saying he was talking about a bunch of references. And cult, if those references may have been different then and may not be able, I want to know, can you update those even? Because that wouldn't make sense. Would it be the same thing? I don't know.
I mean, we do have an audience for certain films. I mean, The Nice Guys was a good film, and it wasn't based in today's times. You know, I'm just saying. And you like The Nice Guys.
No, I'm asking a question.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I think it doesn't matter. I would go on it as it doesn't matter. I mean, that's where I stand. It doesn't matter. I think films, certain films are made at a certain times, and
I'm not a fan of having a floating timeline in real life.
I understand, but they'll fix it somehow. I understand.
Who wants to help me fix this idea? Anyone?
No. I understand what you're saying. It just doesn't
Let's
matter.
just go with they were made recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Considering how old the Tron game was, and then they gave us a Tron movie, so we'll just go without the premises that the movies were made.
Wait, which Tron?
The original Tron game. I mean, think about how long it took them to make a movie based off.
They didn't base the movie off that. They based the games off the movie.
The movie's new.
Whoa,
No.
what? No.
No.
Trent, you have no idea what you're talking about.
No, Tron is that. No, there
Tron is
was a
old.
Tron film.
From 1982.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even born yet or thought of.
Oh, yeah. We understand.
I mean,
Yeah,
I wasn't
wasn't
either,
born
but I
either.
still-
I don't watch old movies. I can't stand them.
I have a feeling I feel like willful ignorance is going to be a factor in your life.
Like, no.
Wow.
I mean,
I also didn't own the Tron
Okay.
games. Your point being, I wasn't a racing fan.
But-
I also had no interest in the new movie. I didn't
that
watch the
didn't
movie.
also like the original movie wasn't even about racing.
Mm-mm.
It's a sequel.
Yeah,
Like, there's
Tron Legacy was a sequel. So, yeah.
Yes, it
Tron
was.
Legacy, yeah.
Yeah.
And the animated show was amazing.
Yeah.
Should keep going with that.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, the new Tron is the sequel to the original.
Just blew it
Still,
mind.
most people won't know that.
Yes, they
I understand.
Tron is really
They made
Not
reference
really
to
to
it in the
understand.
film.
Thank you for somebody here listening.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
All right.
It's understandable. I understand. Yeah.
Just
Hey, I
saying,
didn't even know there was an Indiana Jones in I didn't even know there was an Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark after I watched Last Crusade. So I understand what she's saying. Yeah. We weren't born yet, damn it.
I feel
Oh,
like you were deprived as children. It's like I grew
Yeah.
up watching those. Like those were some of my dad's favorite movies.
Yeah.
Bridge-
So
Yeah,
My
Jeff
dad's
Bridges.
were westerns. That's what I grew up with.
I'm sorry. See,
Yeah.
I like
living
westerns.
out in living out in Montana, we don't watch westerns. We just live
We live in
them.
Ohio.
Oh,
We're
Fair.
corn.
Yeah, you got corn.
I have no
I
choice but
can't
to
blame
watch
you. You literally you got corn out there. Like I can't.
children? Were there children in it?
Probably. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Everybody died. It's okay. I'm not actually here. That's why I'm a vampire. I'm undead.
Oh. It's probably from the
So,
children.
so I got a question. I got two
Inform.
questions, and I'm wondering if anybody gonna top it. My two questions are the obvious question. One, who is going to direct your film, and who will be the the star of the main character of your film? Who's going to be the star? Any guy got a problem with that?
Yeah, because one of them literally has it in the title.
Okay.
I think he means actor.
Yeah. The actor. Who's going to play the actor?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey Matt, can I jump a question on add a tagline on
Yeah,
the
go
question?
ahead.
Also, is this going to be animated or live action?
There we go.
Because that will make it a little bit easier for you if you can't think of an actor, but you like their voice.
Yeah. So we'll do that too. Add that if it's going to be animated. So we'll start with Hart. What you're going to do is who's your director? Is it animated or live action? And who's going to be the voice actor or who's going to be the main actor to play your lead?
Oh, that's tough. There's so many good directors and actresses. And all right. I actually did think a little bit about this, and I don't know why, but for some reason, Keira Knightley like got stuck in my head for her role. Like it just seemed appropriate, kind of thing. But as director, like I don't know, because you want to kind of sci-fi, but you want an action. You almost want like dancing in the clouds, and they're having to move around and jump through things and stay alive.
The Uwe Boll.
Who the only dancing action director I can think of, like that fits the profile perfectly, would be an Ang Lee.
Okay.
I
understand. John?
I was trying to take a look at this. Is Al Rowe still with us?
Al Grove?
Al Rowe, the creator of Leisure Suit Larry?
Probably.
Oh, well, I don't think it matters if they're dead or alive, right? Do we?
I mean, if he's still alive, I'd pick him. If he's dead, it'd be a little hard to get him. I mean, I'm sure he's dead, but he would put too much work into it. As a backup, just because it needs the level of sophomore humor, I'd go with a carefully restrained Seth Rogen. As far as the director, I feel he's got enough like stupid humor in him to get it, to put some movie titles in there. Like I came up with a couple.
He's still alive.
Seth Rogen, yeah, he's still alive.
Well, then Al Rowe. Fuck Seth Rogen. Let's get Al Rowe. All right. But I've already came up with a couple names for current stuff. Wang Chi, Fast and the Furrier, and No Booty. As far as the actor is concerned, I would actually give a nod to we'll say Jack Quaid. I really enjoy Jack Quaid so far, so I think he'd make a fun, just like awkward guy, just trying to hit on women and trying to get done what he's trying to get done.
Okay, cool. All right. Now, both also you didn't answer live action or animated?
Live action, absolutely.
Okay.
Live action.
All right, Hart.
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely my version can go either way, but I think live action would be kind of cool.
All right, cool. All right, Zach, facts.
Same developer did of the Leisure Suit Larry one, did Worms, and like actually decent shit. It's surprising.
Like the Worms, the finding one.
Yeah.
Wow. No
Like
kidding.
no, like yeah, Team 17. They did that. Lemmings. They just did Overcooked. So I'm just surprised you get a team like that on that. It's very bizarre.
Yeah.
Also, they were John Whitaker of Destructoid rated your game 1 out of 10, calling it a steaming pile of shit.
Damn.
Well then.
Damn.
He stated that he could not imagine how or why Nintendo would have approved a game for sale, calling it shovelware.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow. It's just like it's a steaming.
That's a lot of anger there.
I mean, and that's the one guy. There's like 6 other guys on this. Even Nintendo Life like gave it only 3 stars. That's Nintendo Life.
I'm kind of scared to see what Game Informer said because they normally rate stuff shitty anyway.
Yeah, it's like a steaming pile of fucking shit. Fuck this game. Oh yeah. That was my report. Well, I mean, they should see my report on Bubsy. No. That was all I said. No. I don't like it at all.
Just no.
Just no.
Yeah.
Look, we all still think you're in love with Bubsy at this point.
Fuck you.
That really are.
That motherfucker needs to die and go to hell. The lowest level.
You know when somebody just can't stop talking about their ex?
You know what? Fuck you. You know what? Who you thought won? I'm wondering.
That's kind of tough for me because, like, hearing that they both be live action, I do lean more towards Leisure Suit Larry because it would be a really great comedy to have in the same vein as like the Austin Powers, that kind of thing. Had Hard Up said animated, I would have given it straight to you. So I'm gonna have to go to Leisure Suit Larry because
I did say animated.
You did.
Lies.
No,
he knows his line.
Right. No, and that's purely just because Vroom, like just doing the research on the game, it's a magical girl on a scooter. Something like that does not translate very well unless it is in an animated format or unless it's going into a tokusatsu style format in which it is over the top egregious. Like even if you are going for that dark Waterworld type spin, it wouldn't translate as well to the media. Whereas Leisure Suit Larry, on the other hand, hands down, that would translate over to the like comical, overly sexualized, comedic side of Movieverse. So giving it to John.
But we already had that with like Happy.
I'm gonna go ahead and go next. Look, it ultimately came down to the director, to the question. I had to disagree with you, Eek. I thought he picked a good director. Ang Lee, I mean, Hulk, as much as we talk shit about Hulk, was a beautiful made film, and it did show him jumping through the clouds. And he does know how to make
Hard Up. If you keep on going through pursuing this line, he's gonna defend Ang Lee Hulk. I just need you to know this.
Fuck up. You son of a bitch.
He's voting. I'm not saying anything.
It's not that bad. Okay, so Ang Lee Hulk is not that bad. Okay, so look, I like I said, the Ice Storm wasn't bad. He knows how to make a story. I do like the fact that you're getting the game, I do like with Leisure Suit Larry. I do like the director. My problem is I just felt like the actor you chose to pick, the actor, it's really like, I don't know if he could do it. I don't know. I don't know if he could do it. I mean, personally, I would have thought like, I know he's old, but I would like to see Jack Nicholson play him. It would have been fun to see Jack Nicholson play him.
I think
old
we
ass
need to update you from the 80s.
Look, I just want to see Jack Nicholson play the damn role.
He's still there, and he's never leaving. Can't you tell?
Yeah, like I know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
and I disagree.
But no, I really do like his. I like John's, but
like I know I can imagine the guy playing Huey doing this stuff.
Yeah. I do like John's, and it's really interesting. So it's like 50-50 right now. So, but right at this moment, it's just I'm sick. And here's the thing: I'm sick. It's just my personal preference. I'm sick and tired of fucking Austin Powers films. I'm fucking sick and tired. They need to fucking go away. So for that, I wanted something new and interesting. And I feel like Hearts Up got something new and interesting that I want to see. I want to see his more. So I'm going with Hearts Up game.
Are you a crackhead?
Fuck you. I'm sick and tired of Austin Powers.
He likes my idea.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. There hasn't been an Austin Powers movie
in
since
years.
2002.
Okay. Let me retract that. I'm sick of films like that. I'm sick of films.
Movies like Magical Girl ones, like they come out at least anime or animated almost every 2 to 3 years.
But
I mean,
but it's like you're talking like I'm sick of this 1997 to 2002.
If you think about it, the Austin Powers just got raunchier, like with The Boys and with Happy.
Did
so.
You know what? I made my decision. Go ahead and pick the other. I give him the best.
It was a good decision, Mac. Good decision.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I approve.
I would like to say I'm keeping the tokusatsu idea because I totally would watch that.
I mean, I would too. To be fair,
but
that was not me saying I wouldn't. It's me saying that it would not do as well.
Really got it to me is you were describing the whole dust thing. I'm thinking more drugs. So I'm thinking, her on the cycle, the whole thing represents drugs. So you have this older, strung out person playing a magical girl, and I love it.
Keira Knightley?
Yes. I want this.
Are we making a sequel to Requiem for a Dream now?
No,
Is that what's happening?
Yes! I want this!
No hate mail. No hate mail.
I want this. You want me. I want that. Yes.
I'm sorry. But after what I was ever saying, it turned into a soup in my head, and I just went.
I want that film. I really want that film more. Yeah.
Oh man, that would be something.
And we get the guy who did like Kung Fu Hustle or Kung Pao Enter the Fist to do it.
Well, so we need another Kung Pao anyway.
So Zach, who you going with?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Vroom. I don't need another sex comedy in my life.
Yeah.
Like that genre played itself out,
Yeah, it did.
But what Max said is completely insane.
Yeah, it's insane. But I'm sick and look, I am sick and tired. You agree with me? I don't want to know any more.
No, I don't want any more sex comedies. You said I'm like. Do you have all 3 movies that you play on loop?
What's
going on?
That motherfucker Ron Bond for me. Damn it. Fuck that fucking son of a bitch.
Well, only because he was right, though.
And that's great.
Oh, okay. Trink, who you went with?
I'm going with Hearts Up just because I think that sounds stupid cute and I want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy those kind of movies. Also, I liked Waterworld and all that kind of stuff. I watched those growing up. My dad watched some of that shit on replay. Okay.
Let me say for the record, I don't like Waterworld, so I disagree with what she was saying.
Anyway, Mac, I'm not fucking talking to you. Go sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. Anyway, listen, we have enough sex comedies. We need a break. We need like a couple years where they're just not produced anymore.
Yeah.
Have like a moment where we can like just relax without seeing them and having them like shoved in our face for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I remember at one point they were like putting out a whole bunch of American Pies, also like one after another. And then if it wasn't that, it was the British version, the In-Betweeners. And then there was some other ones that were just like badly named as well. There was like a whole section on Netflix of just those.
National Lampoon movies just turned into death.
And there was like 50 of them. And that was like 10 years ago. And they just keep adding more.
Side note, Shoved in Your Face will be the Leisure Suit Larry Netflix movie.
No! God, it would be so bad. It will be worse because it'll be like two human robots talking to each other. The dialogue will be like the new M. Night Shyamalan movie where it's like somebody has never seen humans talk to each other. No.
Okay, now I'm back. Now I'm kind of back on board. You're talking me into that.
No,
The next Flicks movie
Rob.
would be like, I grope you now, yes?
I like that.
Razor Rob said Road Trip, Van Wilder. Yeah, he named a couple more.
All right, so what they're saying
Oh.
in the
Another
chat,
teen movie.
Not another teen movie made fun of those movies.
But still, it was also still one of those movies.
No,
Yeah,
it was
it was definitely
I
one of those movies.
yeah, it was too cheeky, making fun of it, like making fun of Molly Ringwald. At the end, they get together anyway, even though they fully tell each other it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that bathroom stall
Um,
scene. That's really.
So what they're saying in the chat,
Road Trip came out in
Well, I mean,
2000.
they try to make you try to pitch to you the Bubsy movie. You
Hell
think
no.
about that.
hell no, no.
What if we did Jack Nicholson as Bubsy?
No, just no.
And Leisure Suit Larry films them together.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, no! No.
All right.
You could get Steven Spielberg and it'll still be a steaming pile of shit.
So you're
I
saying
mean,
we
I
should get
wasn't
M. Night
gonna make it-
Shyamalan?
I wasn't gonna make it that kind of, one of those films, Mac, but wait, whatever
what,
you,
Trent,
want, man.
You know what, Trent? I agree with you. If they did M. Night Shyamalan and got Bubsy in it, it might be an interesting film because there's a twist.
I don't know. I saw Glass. That man took like the easiest catch in all of seriesdom and dropped it.
Nah, he probably would literally say, "Hey, you were in the game the whole time. You were playing the game the whole time." I was like, "Oh fuck
You were Bubsy the whole time.
Yeah, you were Bubsy the
that's
whole
it. You were
time.
Isn't that hardcore?
I will hate it.
You were
I literally
Bubsy the
did.
whole time.
No, I was not.
That's
hate
why
Be
you
like
masturbate.
Puka.
Fuck you, Zach.
Listen, Mac's gonna end up like the Puka movie. It's gonna turn out he is Bubsy.
No, I'm not.
Well, that's
Bubsy's not
this.
him. He is
Bubsy does not exist. He's dead. I burned him. Okay.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
All right. So let's go to the final question of the night. So our gaming, you got two. But if you win this, you win the whole thing. But if John wins his last question, we're going to a PvP, which could happen.
You better hope you didn't put a throwaway answer in there.
All right, so what's the last question? All right, I'm gonna read this one. What? Okay, so what the hell? Okay,
That's what I'm wondering.
yeah. What of all of them is the best turn-based RPG? So it's
Why is what of one word?
Yeah.
Because I wanted Mac to see his own writing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. You really did.
Or is there space between A and T? What am I reading?
I just wanted people to appreciate my job of translation.
Kiss my ass. All right, so here we go. John, what is your answer?
Final Fantasy 6 / Final Fantasy 3 North American.
All right, cool. And Hart?
I chose Marvel Strike Force.
So really had to spin that revolver, huh?
Yeah.
Under your head.
You'll see why.
I don't believe you.
Yep. I did that.
Bullshit, sir. Bullshit.
It's still considered RPG.
We're not arguing that.
We're arguing, were you high?
Yeah.
Probably more correct.
Do you want the real answer? No.
Or one of those pills.
The
inedible?
real answer, no. But the yes, but the real answer is yes.
Are one of those pills inedible?
That was the look of I gotta go ask my wife something.
Oh God, this is hilarious. All right, I'm gonna ring the bell. Sean, you go first. I hope you have not taken that edible right now.
No, I'm not quite big up here yet.
All right, ringing the bell. Ika, are you ready? All right, cool. I'm gonna end the joke right there because I was about to ask you, have you taken the edible right now? That is enough. I'm ringing the bell.
All right. Final Fantasy 6-3, what have you. I'm one of my favorite games of all time. I've played a lot of RPGs. I play a lot of the Final Fantasy games. Really enjoyed this one because the story is just so full and complete, and it just takes twists, turns. At one point, just takes that hard stop, which is a good story curve. Just, you have your down point, you go up, you down, and then they take a big dip when everyone gets separated. Then everyone that just reuniting everybody together just to go and be able to fight the the big power as you will in like any Final Fantasy game. Kafka being that big ass jerk that he is. Such a great cast of characters, so there is something for everyone. Just a lot of memes. The music itself is just incredible. Like I will constantly hear Aria di Mezzo Cartiere, and every time it just brings back vivid memories. The music, besides Celeste's song, the music is incredible with anything done by Nobuo Uematsu. The gameplay itself, as you're playing through, it's just hardcore. This is a turn-based RPG. This is what happens. It doesn't get too convoluted in trying to make sure you got the right stats everywhere. Everyone has a set role. Everyone gets built up. Everyone gets to do something, and you can pick whoever you want to go through. Try other people, different combinations. I believe 14 different characters. Biggest cast of all of them that I can think of, and just so much gameplay. And besides the game itself, it's just something that if you just want to veg and grind for a couple hours and just have some fun that way, you can do that too. Just like I just want to make myself just an Uber isekai kind of thing and just be level 99 when I go to fight this little scrub of a mini boss. And just any part of it, like I would challenge you to find a bad part about that game.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay, Hart, you're next.
Okay. I chose Marvel Strike Force. I know it's a little off the wall choice for what people were thinking. I chose it because I am not a huge Final Fantasy type of gameplay. I'm not a big. It's not my jam. I find it tedious and kind of boring, to be quite honest. That's just personal thing. Is there a story in this? Not really. Can you play more than 14 characters? Hell yes. It's right here. Look at all of these characters. I mean, it's nonstop. And it's talking about missions. There's side missions. There's regular missions. It just keeps going, man. And you can have teams where you can be bad guys and good guys. I literally play this every single day. Talking about like veg and grind. That's this game right here. Is it a bathroom game? Yes, it is. you get bonus points for that too. You know, it literally every day, and they're constantly updating with new characters. You don't get that in regular games so much. And let's see what else I want to say about this. I mean, it's just one of those dumb point and click, keeps me entertained for X amount of time. And like I said, I literally play it every day. So if people make money for that, then so be it. But I love it. It's literally the only game that is on my phone. I refuse to have any other games on my phone. So there's that.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna switch to gala mode. Judging by what our hard gamer said, this is going to be very, very good because I feel like there should be blood in this last round because he just like took a strike at somebody. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Eek, are you ready? Okay, you got it ready. Trink, are you ready? You look like you're ready. Okay, you're looking to the side. You're ready.
Yeah, I'm watching the Twitch on the other screen.
Oh, it's okay. Zach, do I even have to say anything? Okay, cool. Gotcha, buddy. I got the look. All right, so we're going to start now.
You went back in time to my younger self. I was a youngin' back when this came out. You just punched him in the face, and that I can't allow. You just admitted to your own game, like, no story. Great, cool. All right, so it's a game with RPG elements. Wonderful. It's a bathroom game as well. That's where it belongs, in the bathroom, in the toilet.
You can't play your game.
A bunch of characters.
You literally can't play your game in the toilet.
Guess what? They had to borrow those all from Marvel. They didn't come up. Did they even come up with an original character? Or do they just say, all right, well, what came out in issue 357 of this? All right, we'll put them in. Let's give them some stats. People will pay $5 for this. Woo-doo.
That is inaccurate. I don't know of this character, and I'm trying to find her, and I will show you. They developed her for this game, so there's that. Far as story, there is story. You are on missions for various characters multiple times, so there is dialogue in the game. There's a constant back and flow of stuff on these particular missions. So as far as it being a toilet game, I mean, yeah, it's a toilet game because you can play it on the toilet. You can't play your game on the toilet. I'm just saying, I feel like there's bonus points for that. How are you going to amuse yourself on toilet? Well, hey, look, gaming nonstop, right here. Boom, do it. I just feel like Final Fantasy games, there's a million of them, and I know people love them. And I'm not knocking that. I have no problems with that. Visually, Final Fantasy games I think are cool. Visually, I'd watch like a whole movie of that stuff. But as far as playing it, I mean, I know a lot of gamers that are still playing that stuff, and I watch it, and it's like I kind of doze off sometimes during because how long it takes for this back and forth. You hit me, now I hit you, now you hit me, and it's just like how long it takes to battle some of the bosses now in Final Fantasy is amazing. It takes a long time, and that's just not something like I have patience for. So it's just a personal thing. That's all.
Well, I'm sorry you're not good at games.
I'm not good at games because I don't want to play, waste my time on a back and forth. That I mean,
right? You'll sit on the porcelain throne like, oh look, I got Spider-Man. Yeah, I love Spider-Man. I can't play him on the PSP anymore, but at least I got him on here for this.
And I've leveled him up farther than you're going to level up your guy in the time it takes to be on the toilet.
Spider-Man ain't got shit when meteors thrown at him.
Meteors thrown at him. Okay. A meteor? All right.
Spoony
that has no context whatsoever, but okay. So in the game, there's a meteor thrown at your guy. He does what?
That's just a standard attack. Like we're just gonna hurl a chunk of space at you.
Okay, well, I mean you can say that's like any of the Dragon Ball Z games. And that's like a move. I mean, what does that say? Anything? I don't know. I'm playing it right now as we're talking. See, I can do multitask. I can literally play this game and still have a conversation with you and talk about this battle. And I'm still doing all the stuff I need to do. That's a lot about this game. That's how entertaining this game is. I can do all kinds of stuff. Look, I just got a Doctor Strange.
So you can do mindless work and play a mindless game all at the same time.
That's the beauty of it. It's entertaining. It's entertaining enough to where it can be mindless. In a lot of games, we go for the escape. You know,
name a good song off of there.
A good song off of here. The intro song. It's the Marvel song.
The Marvel song.
Yeah.
Is that just the like Avengers intro, or is there some like something unique that we haven't heard in the movies? Is it something that if you heard at a convention, like, oh yeah, that's the Marvel song, I need to go take a dump now?
Yep, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
You don't get that feeling when you play Final Fantasy?
When I'm getting ready to play Final Fantasy, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to enjoy myself.
You also picked 2 games. I picked 1, so I'm kind of confused. Which game is it that you're ultimately choosing?
Final Fantasy. Well, they're the same thing. Final Fantasy 6 is the Japanese version. When it got released,
And
in the
that's
US, it was Final
time.
Fantasy 3.
Oh,
I got a correction
Yeah.
right off the bat. Final Fantasy 3 has been on almost every console that exists, including every handheld and your phone. So it is also a toilet game. So your whole you can bring it to the bathroom with you is not an argument point.
I mean, he said it wasn't, so that his argument too is.
You're still like, but the whole thing was still that it wasn't portable. And it's been on literally almost everything. Literally. It's been on a lot of shit.
It was on the Ouya.
Like, I looked at the list and I was like, the hell?
Mind you, they're all terrible, terrible versions.
You can get it on the NES Classic Edition.
But like they're all based off the iOS version and it's kind of shit.
Because I remember having it on my DS and I was like, wait. Yeah.
Oh God.
Windows Phone.
Oh God. Oh my.
What's an Ouya? I have questions.
Oh wait. Are you under the article for Final Fantasy VI?
Mm-mm.
Also, I can fact check this.
Okay.
Hearts up. Final Fantasy. There were 2 different names for Final Fantasies. That's why he picked 3. 3 in the US to West is Final Fantasy 3, and 2. I think it's Japan. Japan is Final Fantasy 6. It's the 6th Final Fantasy. Am I correct in saying that, Zach?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So that's why it's 2 names. There's 2 different names for 2 different regions.
Because
He didn't say. I meant John didn't say. It's
no.
To have a Wonder Swan color? What the fuck is that?
Oh, that's the guy who invented the Game Boy. That was the last system he ever made.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
The Ouya is a Android-based system. What's interesting is each one is also a development kit, so people could learn to make their own games with it.
That is cool.
I'm sorry. I'm about to put in.
It didn't work though, but then their company tanked immediately after,
That's sad. But that's kind of
I'm sorry. I'm gonna do this for Twitter. I'm putting hashtag toilet game.
oh my God.
I had to throw that in there
Hashtag toilet game.
just because I thought it'd be funny.
God.
Yeah.
So
I would like to say, fact, Spider-Man has dealt with meteors. It's called Venom. True enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say any of the symbiotes then.
Well, no, specifically Venom on the meteor, because otherwise, I don't think Carnage was ever on the meteor.
Well, I mean, but he's still a branch off the symbiote. I mean, which came from the meteor.
So
Yeah, but
do you have a question? Do you have a question?
how many
Zach?
degrees of separation before it's no longer associated with it?
Yeah, I mean,
So you don't got one, or we're just gonna let them do a last minute rebuttal, or
Yeah, these are two different. I think we should go last minute.
all right.
Yeah.
okay.
So last minute rebuttal. John, tell us about Final Fantasy 3.
Just last minute thoughts on it.
Yeah, like you get 1 minute. Just give us 1 minute of what you thought about. Just tell us.
All right. Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy 3, if you're from the Americas, is one of the greatest games ever. At least as far as turn-based RPGs are, with memorable music, fun characters, long or short play as long as you want it, and memorable scenes. And if you don't like the game, you can go fuck yourself.
Okay. All right.
Wow,
Wow. Okay.
that escalated quickly.
Yeah. I mean, we asked for blood. I mean, he literally sliced him. Damn.
You look at that. Look at that fight me face. Look at that. God, he's out. He's out to win it.
Yeah, he had to win it.
Shit.
All right. Hearts of Gaming. Sell us on. Please sell us on your toilet game.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was playing it right now. I missed John's whole thing. All I heard was fuck something. I don't know. Anyways, you know what? The reason why I love this, because it is mindless and it does help distract me for a little bit, whether I'm on the toilet or whatever. I also love that this is constantly updating. It's constantly like Senshi already has character in here. They're moving stuff around. You're doing different battles. You're getting new people. Like, it is a constant Marvel world immersement. I don't know what to say. Like, it's amusing. It is. It's dumb, and I don't think that makes me a less of a gamer or a bad gamer, because now it's broken. Never mind. Max laughing at me. It is a good game.
1 minute up.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. You just said that's broken. I had to laugh at that. I apologize. Zach, do you have any more facts, man?
Not really.
So, hold on. Zach, can you do some research on toilet game? Does it exist?
I'm pretty sure it's a.
Yeah, that's probably an app somewhere.
I kid you not. I think there is a whole category of toilet games.
I'd like to go out. I have confession time, so I'd like to go first. Confession. I've been playing Marvel Puzzle Quest for the last 4 or 5 years.
There you go.
And the roster list is bigger than this. And it's a fun game. I like it. The characters battle each other using puzzle moves. So, also, I call bullshit that your childhood self would not, you'd offer him all of these Marvel characters that you love. Oh, you can play with all these, and then you hand him Final Fantasy 3. Your childhood self is too dumb to know which is good. You're gonna pick the one with the superheroes, man. Be honest with yourself. Those lead paint chips were eaten. You know.
Wait, you're talking to me? You're talking.
I used most of those on the miniatures, but that is beside the point.
See? I'm just saying, be honest with yourself, man.
Being honest with myself, like I played more RPGs than I read comic books.
How many? Yeah, which was more easily available though?
Which was more let's see here. I mean, I I'd read a comic book. I'd put it away. I'd have to get my folks to drive me there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
consistent basis to get there. The one game, I could just come home from school, just sit down and play it. If I had to choose between the two, I would go for the RPGs over the comics any day.
yeah, because the story kept stopping.
All right. So who you went was that?
This is hard for me,
Really?
just because this is like completely different ends of a spectrum. One is mass appeal, and the other is very specific nerd appeal. They are on those edges of that spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those were what they were arguing about.
Right.
So I mean, you got a little cunty there, man. It makes it really hard to defend the Final Fantasy.
Blood. I gave him blood.
I mean, it is Final Fantasy just because it's just a better game. So I'd like to point out, eventually they'll stop updating, which means that game will no longer exist in the life from the store, and all of your money will be gone in the night. But hard up.
So you're going Final Fantasy?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go next. I'm sorry, our heart. It's Hearts Up. It's Final Fantasy 3.
I didn't get a dime for this game. What are you talking about?
It's Final Fantasy 3.
Time is money. How much time have you put in?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pooping time. You're pooping regardless.
How many poops do you take?
At least he's regular. Don't get
Healthy
upset with him
amount?
because he's regular. He's a healthy pooper.
Exactly.
Or a very unhealthy one.
Well, this,
One of the two. I can't judge, man.
hey, this
IBS
turned into a real shit show. Okay.
God. Look, it's Final Fantasy. It's main reason. I do like your effort, and I ain't gonna lie, it did turn me back. I was thinking like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I can't play the game when I'm taking a shit, but I can also play Final Fantasy when I'm playing and taking a shit. So it really was a non-argument when you put that in there. But also, I had to pick Final Fantasy 3 because if I don't, there are going to be a lot of people who are going to come after me, and I don't feel like they're coming after me because there's a lot of fans out there.
I mean, you spend so much time defending Bubsy and Mega Race already. They can only.
Son of a bitch, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
But yeah, I gotta go Final Fantasy. It's the better RPG. Even though I would say that Legends of Dragoon and I would argue that Legends of Dragoon.
Yes, you're up.
And Wild Arms Street are better games. But the Final Fantasy 3 is got the better story, the better turn based. It is what you see in the trailer. When you look up RPGs, you see Final Fantasy 3 up there. So I gotta go with that. Trent.
Yep.
Who you thought won? Or this is even?
Listen, it's Final Fantasy. Like
I didn't think anybody's going to actually vote for me on this.
you lost on. I'm not big into superheroes, and it's a phone game.
You don't like superheroes. I knew she was going.
It's also one of those phone games that in a few years, it's either not going to be supported, or they're going to drop it completely, and it's just gone, and you lost everything you've done.
You're gonna need if you ever want to play it again, you're gonna need to get that specific phone. You're gonna have to emulate a bunch of crap and specific versions of iOS. And
I mean, it's amazing also that Final Fantasy 3, considering how old the game is still being pushed to this day. A lot of these older titles, even if they're connected to a bigger title such as Final Fantasy itself, eventually the old ones just kind of fade into obscurity. I mean, look at a lot of the old Mario games. They're kind of just almost forgotten by the newer generation because they're not being pushed out there still.
Like I remember Joe. Joe, he was originally one of the producers of the show. he fought for Final Fantasy 3. He literally will kill people, literally choke you out, and you say Final Fantasy 3 is the best RPG. He literally will fight somebody for that. So,
and then he started playing, Mana,
Mana, and then Wild Arms
and not Wild Arms.
Legends of the Dragoon. It exists.
No, he played Secret of Mana, and he's like, boy, I was wrong.
Joe's probably watching this.
Or
Joe is watching this, and he's going to find this.
Or he played Chrono Trigger.
All right, so
say Chrono Trigger is not one of the best RPGs.
Oh yeah, it is one of the best RPG. I agree. Eek.
It's Final Fantasy hands down. There's not even a.
We can't entertain this.
Yeah, we
I can't. As much as I want to, because I appreciate a good toilet game myself. Yeah. I will not say that I do not appreciate a good toilet game.
You got me to admit on air that I still play Marvel Puzzle Quest.
Look,
but
I ain't gonna lie.
I am a turn-based JRPG girl all the way. So yeah.
Look, and also I'm not gonna lie, hearts up. I want to play this game on the shitter now. So there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
It will keep you busy for a long time.
Sweet.
You're gonna want diarrhea. That's how you advertise it.
You're gonna want diarrhea to play Marvels.
I really haven't seen that in any of the ads for it.
My God, it should be.
That would have totally worked in the 90s. Totally. It's right there with John Romero telling you to get fucked.
Listen, actually, it would work if they were advertising towards kids on like Nickelodeon.
Yes. When you're ready to take a poo. When you're ready to take a poop, why don't you go ahead and play Marvel Superheroes?
I believe
would.
Disney Plus is putting out a live action version of that.
You know how many 12-year-old boys would be like, Mom, I need this.
I need this. I'm taking a poo. I'm taking a poo.
Mom, pizza rolls.
Give it to me. I'm in the bathroom playing Marvel Superheroes. Oh God. So we're going to.
I knew I was going to throw you guys for that one.
Oh damn it. So we're going to the PvP. I ain't gonna lie. Thank you for that.
You've said my name like 3 different ways now.
Yeah, that's get used to it.
Man,
David, thank you for that Jim. We love it.
You're welcome.
We're gonna play.
Using.
Somebody's definitely saving that clip. So we're going to the PvP. Something that we said at the beginning of the show we never do, but fuck, we done it again. So
twice now for me.
All right, so right now we're tied. So as of PvP, we have to flip the coin to see who will fit, who get it. Zach, do you have a trusty tendency? Do you got a coin, man?
What?
Yeah, coin, Zach.
Yes.
I think that's what that is.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. So
it's actually an arcade token.
All right.
Same deal.
Zach, you're gonna flip it in the air, and then when he flips it, call it, do it.
Who's calling it? Somebody.
Which one did you pick?
Just said heads.
Okay. Who has heads?
Who has heads?
Okay.
It's tails.
All right. So who had tails?
Person who didn't have heads.
Huh?
Well, we're going with Hearts Up has heads because he said he just agreed.
Okay,
Yes.
so Hearts gets first. Okay, so Hearts, you get to choose. Who do you want? So you got 3 choices. You got choices. You can either go first or last, or you can choose choose the person that gives you the question.
Oh, okay. This is a little different from last time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so everybody's got a question. I got to pick somebody, and I got to choose whether I go first or last. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
Or you could. Those are the only 2 options. You could choose to go first or last, or you could choose the person to give you the question.
God, what? John, you can go first because I don't understand what he's saying.
All right. Yeah, that's what he wants. So you're going first. He's going first. You're going last. So there we go.
Okay.
John, if also you, who do you want choose your destiny?
Let's go with you, Mac.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, you just made a terrible decision.
Yes!
Can I get that gift from Last Crusade if you have chosen poorly?
Yeah.
No, he's not chosen poorly. No, I gotta blow the dust off of these questions.
Or the I'm in danger bus, everything on fire. Simpsons.
I'm in danger.
That's also where you guys are at.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. I'm not that bad, guys.
Or it's a trap.
Yeah.
When you say that, I just think of drunks going, "I'm not that drunk. I'm not that drunk.
No, when I hear
I'm not
it's a
that
trap,
bad."
I see all the guys at cons in dresses.
Can we
It's a
talk about how
trap.
some of them have really beautiful legs compared to a lot of the girls, though?
It's not fair.
All right, so
That's really not.
Or really cute dresses.
Right. And then they can pull it off because they have like the really tiny waspy waist. I'm very jelly. Sorry. Continue.
All right, so here's the question. So here's my here's one I asked you to. Give me a game, any game in Pacific, any game you want.
Just give you a game.
Yeah, pick a game, any game.
Oh God. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
All right, hearts up.
I'm gonna go Ghost of Tsushima.
All right. So, question is, why should this game be taught to students?
Oh, here we go with the I'm in danger.
I
In
would
danger.
I would like to point
These
out
are
you
your life
can't
decisions now.
teach anything to students.
But no, what I'm saying is, why should this game teach your why should this what you know what I meant? Why this game should teach your students? You know how you play certain games and you can use it.
Why
How
should the game
how would this game be a good educational experience for
There
students?
we go. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
how do you
Oh,
get them to
Lord.
let you play this next to Oregon Trail, and where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like that.
There we go.
That is a reference for very few people
Yeah.
that are
It
dead.
did let you play that.
Oh my God, Chats doesn't like Mac picking the question either. TPP says he wants his money back, and Hook says
Wow.
just nuke it.
Wow.
You know what? If you really want to go, you really want to start over, I got a different question.
No. I think we're in this garbage now.
Yeah, and
I'm invested
getting
in this
sleepy
garbage
here.
now.
We're in the dump. It's too late.
Yep. I went to the dump already. You can't. I can't be pulled out.
Damn it. I mean,
All right, I'm ready.
all right. So John, you're going first because
All
all
right.
right, so John.
On
There's
the
a re-
very
there's a reason.
base level with how the game handles your resources, I think it's a good step towards resource management for kids to like learn like, okay, how am I going to use these items? Do I want to use an item for this now? Do I want to use it for this later? How's my durability? How do I approach this challenge? I think the real selling point for it, for how do I approach this challenge, comes down to the shrines. That you could see it a little bit when it comes to the fighting ones. Just like, okay, how do I approach this challenge? But more so for like some of the puzzle solving stuff. When you take a look at the name on its base value for the dungeon, like, okay, here, how do I get past this? Here's a little clue for it, and just it can help teach kids to think outside the box. Like, okay, how am I going to solve this problem with the resources I have at hand? Coming from a destination imagination background and a lot of the instant challenges, you're just faced like right away, just like with a very limited amount of resources to approach a challenge, which I think Breath of the Wild could definitely emulate in that sense.
Okay. Heart gaming.
Okay. I feel like I have a little bit more of an advantage here because not only does my game can do everything that John's game just said, but my game is also a historical event. So it teaches you history as well. It's, all about the Mongolians invading Japan. So not only do you have that, but you also have, historical attire that you learn about. You have the countryside and how people lived, how they grew food, how they trained animals, how they took care of weapons, how sacred they felt things were. I mean, the list goes on and on about actual teachings. His code of honor, you teach that. When you take an animal's life, you need to use parts of the animal, the honor it. There are certain things that are sacred. There's things that are spiritual. There are a million teachable things in Ghost of Tsushima, on top of being an actual historical event.
Okay. John, you have two options. You can either boost your argument or you can go after a hard scheming, but you only can go one or the other. Okay. Do you understand this?
Okay, I can only boost mine or attack his.
Mm-hmm. So which one are you gonna do?
All right. I will attack his.
All right. Remember, you cannot boost your argument. You're going full throttle attack on him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ringing the bell. Attack.
Okay. I understand and I appreciate what Ghost of Tsushima does for teaching about history, but I think there's only so far history is going to get you in life. It's certainly a worthwhile thing to know, but there's only that finite point that it's going to get to. Just like, well, okay, I know how this armor is handled. Okay, how is that going to help you in a real life situation?
Right.
It's good for history, but bad for more life skills.
Okay, gotcha. John, all right, so now we're going hard. You get to choose boost or attack.
I'm actually going to boost mine.
All right.
Okay. So, far as a little more of knowledge to learn from Goshima, you talk about the brutality of what happened on Komodo Beach. How people asked for help, from the mainland to what was happening in Japan and how the world treated them. You talk about shrines for religious experiences. You talk about the weapons that were made and used, and how they were used, the gunpowder, the I guess the idea of becoming a ninja or whatever, the skills you need for that kind of stuff. I mean, there's so many things. Bow and arrow. I mean, we still teach that. So I feel like there's more learnable lessons in this game than anything else. I think that's, yeah. I mean, swordsmanship. That's key, and how to train with the sword. That's a big one. And just an overall feeling of compassion for people going through what these people went through, and how he reacts to people. That I think is a good morality too. I think to be taught, which is huge nowadays. Morality, that's my piece.
Shut up. You're done. You went over the line.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. Zach, who you thought won, man?
I'm gonna pass for now.
Damn it. Eek, who you thought won?
It's really tough. I did go to school. I am like 2 classes away from having a Japanese minor, and Japanese history is a huge part of those studies. So Ghost of Tsushima does actually have a lot of really good things that could be taught if taught by the correct teacher, and to learn and take from. Whereas Breath of the Wild generally would give more of an open concept of things to teach rather than direct historical. It's really tough. It's dependent on age demographic that we'd be teaching to. Overarching, you're getting kids into learning something younger age, more elementary. I would say Breath of the Wild, hands down, just because it does teach valuable skills, just generally being a good human being, learning what's right from wrong. Whereas Ghost of Tsushima, it's very specific. It's a very specific point in world history that it's playing off of, which would be a much older demographic. And I'm going to lean more towards the younger demographic for this one.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and go next. I agree. This is very, very tough. It's very tough. I didn't expect you. I'm going to give you. Y'all both gave a good argument. Good arguments. Like I said, Ghost of Tsushima, it is very good. Why you argued it, it's something interesting to put into certain classrooms. You can get a good demographic for that. Breath of the Wild is good for a certain demographic too. But it's 50-50 right now. But here's the problem. I'm gonna lean towards Breath of the Wild. And here's why. Don't hate me for this. Here's why. I feel like Breath of the Wild has more going for it. That's more open. It opens more doors to different sides of education. Where Ghost of Tsushima is just for one demographic. I feel like it's for really, if you're going into history, and it's for one era. It's in that era. And don't get me wrong, you gave a good damn argument. If you were literally, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you could probably use this probably in a college professional class for, Asian history. It would be something you could use. But Breath of the Wild, I could see you could use that in high school. You can use that to teach in high school. You could probably use that in elementary to teach how to count. You can use them to do life goals. I mean, hell, it teaches you how to fucking cook. So,
questionable on that one, Max.
Yeah, questionable. Yeah,
but you and just to kind of jump on that too, Mac. I know it's kind of out of protocol.
That's okay.
But Breath of the Wild does lean itself as well towards literature type courses, towards encouraging growth within reading, encouraging different types of like high fantasy writing, creative writing, things like that.
Yeah,
That's what really jumped out to me.
Ghost Tsushima does the same thing. He writes haikus.
Haiku, yes. It does lend towards literature. However, a haiku within the United States literature system is not commonly worked with.
Yeah,
we do use them, and we are taught them. Yeah, I was gonna say
look hard. It's hard. It's hard. This is hard. Yeah. It's not easy. You gave a damn good argument. It's just
you do
I'm just saying, like, you guys are like categorizing it a certain way, and you're focused on the history part. But I mentioned like archery. I mentioned swords. I mentioned spiritual.
Yeah, but that's another hard thing. While you got archery and swords, so the Breath of the Wild. So I'm saying where it's hard, it's tilted a little bit. Yeah, that you can do that easily in Breath of the Wild. There's different swords, different things. See what I'm saying? It's hard. When you said that, I was like, yeah, but I can do that in Breath of the Wild. You can get different arrows, ice arrows.
Do they show the people that make them?
Yeah, no.
No.
Well, Ghost Tsushima, they do. They literally have a.
It's hard. Look, it's hard. It's hard. Look, it could go in top, but for me right now, it gotta go. It gotta go Breath of the Wild. So I'm sorry. Sorry, I just it's just by an inch.
I would just like to point out, like, literally the Oregon Trail and other trail games are all about studying a very specific time in the country and history.
Right.
And those are accepted into schools. So the argument on that doesn't really make sense to me.
No. We weren't saying it wouldn't be accepted. We never said it wouldn't be accepted.
It's more the demographic and the age range and where it would be like, what would be the broader spectrum. So say the Oregon Trail games, we grew up learning, and this is saying as a United States demographic specifically, we grew up learning about the Oregon Trail, of course, a bastardized version of everything that we've learned.
Yeah, we've actually like learned, if anything, that's spread much disinformation.
Yes, but that being said, Oregon Trail was designed to help immerse children within that, to try to get them interested in that
I said, there's the other trail games. You have the African Trail and the Amazon Trail as well.
I had no idea there were other games.
Well, shit.
And then, like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego entirely geographical? True. And you have to know all the locations in it and where they are in order to solve the puzzles.
We're not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
No, I'm being like,
we understand. Yeah.
Ghost didn't say like.
I'm not dismissing that it can't be taught. I'm just want to let you know, I'm not dismissing that Ghost of Tsushima cannot be taught in schools. It can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be. It's just gonna be.
Because I'm gonna go with it just simply because there's a lot more educational value to it, even if it's very specific, as opposed to a game they probably can already get their parents to get them to play. Why would a school system accept Zelda in if they already have Zelda at home?
It's true. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's cheaper.
Don't buy Switches.
Well, that's another thing. Like PS4, you could they could cheap out and go PS4.
This is true. Yeah.
Switch Lite.
True.
A bunch of Switches in the hands of teenagers.
All right.
Hell yeah.
It comes down to Trink. We put all the pressure on her.
I'm not okay with this.
I know.
It's not okay.
I know.
I mean, both have their purpose in their places. That's the thing. It's a very like I said, Ghost of Tsushima, also because the amount of actual violence in that, it would have to be either high school students or college students. There's no way around that. There isn't.
Yeah.
Unlike Zelda, which could be pushed to a broader spectrum of ages without parents trying to kill the school system. Like, could you imagine if a middle school, certain middle schoolers came home and was like, yeah, we played this blood and guts game, like, that taught me how to make flaming arrows.
We installed Doom and Quake.
But you know, I'm right. There are certain parents who would literally try to murder the school district.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Oh, absolutely no. But I think you could get this into like tech schools and colleges way easier than you could say even let them do a video game because you're never gonna appease those people.
Right.
Ever. They're gonna be like, why'd you put the video games in the schools?
But it's a lot more possible in college where there's less of those regulations and less likely, to be screwed at. And like I said, but Zelda has a much broader, lower rating, less likely to make people really upset because it's cartoon violence.
But I'm gonna go teach this in schools now.
Okay. So I'm giving it to Zelda.
All right.
Look. Ghost of Tsushima. I was like, at first, I'm gonna be honest, Hart. I thought you had an uphill battle with it because I was thinking that's an M-rated game. That would be tough to argue that. But you argued it to a point where I was literally thinking about picking yours, but I just thought, yeah, but Zelda's broader. It's tough to argue the broadness of how much you can teach on Zelda and the demographic, and it's shutting out a lot more people. And I know we want to say fuck those kids, but we can't. And Trink's right. You're gonna piss off a lot of parents.
I would like to say,
Especially if my elementary school child, which I have one, came home and said they were playing something like Ghost of Tsushima, there'd be a dead teacher. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
ratings for a
probably.
reason.
Yeah. They'll probably come in there and start saying,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I guess personally, I don't tie something's value like that to it having to have a wider audience. Because how much it sells is not really a factor here on how much use you could get out of it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily how much it sells. I think it's appealing to a specific age demographic. So
Yeah,
you
so why
might be
does that-
looking at it. You might be looking at it as someone who is not a parent of a smaller child,
Yeah.
who might not have to worry about that.
I'm not
whole
saying
idea.
that we even try to get Ghost of Tsushima in there. I'm saying you specifically target it towards college
But
age.
Yeah.
When you're thinking about a teaching tool, you got to think of a broad range because schools reuse material a lot.
Yeah.
And
And-
you often and oftentimes
And the used game the used game system already exists for
Yeah.
broke college students.
But I mean, it's for teachers, meaningly. Like,
But hearts up, you do got some love in the chat because TPP said Ghost would be great to teach the youngsters because at least it could educate them in violence, unlike news outlets that puts horrible shit with no education in it.
listen, these guys were also saying you should give them GTA because it will teach them how to rob banks. Oh, and Laser Suit Larry should be taught in sexual ed because they'll teach you what not to do with a woman.
Look, I dose all the fuckers with DMT.
Look, I feel like Larry should be taught in arts class because it is a work of art.
I thought that was Link in the Faces of Evil that should be taught in an arts class. My mistake.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah.
It's
You know,
Dadaism, the art
Listen,
of no
you know
hope
what
for
my choice would have been
humanity.
for this?
I mean,
Planet
technically,
Zoo.
Mega Man Legends should be taught because it has an art class.
No,
Yes.
seriously, Planet Zoo has a very good broad range. It could teach money management skills. Planet Zoo actually has a great deal of information about each animal, where they come from, their environment.
No, like I that's not a bad pick at all. I mean, this like the Sim series was in schools.
And this one also, like I said, teaches about what they are on the endangered level and how you can help.
Also,
amazing.
Roller Coaster Tycoon because it'll teach you money and how to manage.
Planet Coaster is better now than
Yeah,
Roller Coaster Tycoon. So once again, the Planet series, those guys got their shit together.
Right. It also will let you weed out all the sick kids out there, the little weed them out. Like,
yeah, when they're
wow, you like
making bowling
killing.
pins with people.
Yeah, you like killing people. No, yes. Yeah, let's get a watch on this kid.
You put the guest in the lion pen.
Yeah, I like it. All right, guys, this has been a fun episode. So, John, you are the winner of this episode of Gamer Grudge. Woo! But you fought, but I'm telling you, you gotta admit though, you fought tooth and nail for this one. Because Hearts Up literally fought hard for you. He gave you. I think we're gonna see Hearts Up next season. He gonna get the belt. I feel like you're gonna challenge for the belt next year, buddy.
No,
Like you just
absolutely.
said,
Hard up,
Up.
dude. You put up some awesome arguments, and I'm glad we got to that tiebreaker because I just borrowed Ghost of Tsushima from someone, and just hearing you talk, that makes me even more excited to play it now. But I'm not gonna.
Well, if you like Kurosawa films, it's like playing one.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's honestly it's one of my top 3 games ever.
Yeah.
Love
I've heard that from a lot of people. Like, and it's such a beautiful.
I need to
beautiful
watch
game.
Rashomon again.
Also,
Everyone, go watch Rashomon.
Yeah, Rashomon is awesome. Go watch it. It is awesome. I concur. It is awesome. Anyway, I
Anyways,
also
guys, appreciate jumping into this one again.
Oh, no problem. You can go ahead and give your plugs, buddy. I know you probably got to go first.
Yeah, I'm getting past my bedtime.
All right.
I'm on Facebook most of the week, streaming from like 4 to 6 Central Time. I'm rarely on Twitch. I try to be, but schedule YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. I like to screw around and like to have fun, and don't try to take things too seriously. And
All right.
I appreciate all you guys, and it's fun.
All right, thank you. And we'd love to have you back. We'd love to have you back in season 10. Season X. Season X.
I can't wait for my episode to air. I'm excited for it.
Oh yeah, don't worry. That pre-tape episode is coming out soon. Don't worry. I think it's coming out next Tuesday, next Monday. It's coming out soon. So
I take down Mac every week.
It's a bullshit.
John,
All right,
thank you for being a competitor, John. I appreciate it. Good stuff, man.
Oh, hey, great meeting you. Great talking with you. So I'm definitely gonna check you out.
All right.
Same. Cheers.
All right. Well, I know he's gonna leave, but thank you for coming on, John. Thanks for coming on. So, John, what you got to plug, buddy?
You're not too much quite yet. Still trying to get a gaming rig up and going for some streaming. But if you were even mildly entertained by what I said today, just look me up on Twitter at Danger Boy John. I sometimes post funny stuff on there, and I'll update stuff to plug myself when I can.
Also, before you go, hearts up. Hashtag shit gang. What was it?
Toilet games.
Toilet games. Toilet games. Toilet games. Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, so I do want to let you do that. Hashtag toilet games. We're gonna use that. So let's go ahead and go down with our cast. Let's go ahead and start off with E. What you got to plug, E?
What do I got to plug? Hi, I'm plugging me. I stream every Sunday from about 1:00 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, whatever time zone we're in, Mountain Time, to whenever I decide to stop playing. Sometimes I can be 4 hours, sometimes it can be 8 hours, over on Twitch at Ikis. You can also find me on social media at Ikadude over on Instagram, where I put on a bunch of put up a bunch of the cosplay projects that myself and my wife are working on. Also over on Facebook at Iki and Snow Cosplay.
All right, cool. Next we have Trinkbella, straight out of the castle.
Yep. I'm Trinkbella. I stream just about every day of the week, give or take, depends on what's happening. But I'm a variety streamer, and I stream here on Twitch. So give me a follow and stuff, I guess. I don't know. But
You're looking at that deal from the people.
What deal? What?
That from the people that make Raid.
Oh yeah, I've been looking at that, but it's almost no money. I don't know if it's worth it.
Kind of a dead game.
Well, and the thing is, they want so many follows just for $35. Like, I don't know if that's worth it. Like, it's kind of a shit offer.
All right. Next, we have Zach. Also, I want to say, Zach, I also want to tell you, Zach, there are some people in the chat who knows what Legends of Dragoon is, so suck it. What you got to plug?
Here to say that Legend of Dragoon is the best
his
JRPG
plugs are on
of
the
all time.
screen. You're just not clicked on him to pull it up.
Oh, my bad.
His demonic card of death.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there you go, Zach.
All right, guys, I gotta go to sleep.
This is the quietest you'll probably see me.
All right, cool. So there you go, people. That's his plug. That's what you want. That's all you want. That's all.
What more can I possibly ask for?
All right, cool. There you go. You got his plug, people. I thought you would ask for.
I'm sorry. Some of us want originality and to try in our ad campaigns.
See, I thought you were finally going to admit that Legend of Dragoon is a good RPG, and I'm going to play it one day.
Nah, it ain't happening.
No,
It ain't happening, buddy.
Guys, so go back to come to Trink Spella's stream, and she's going to play Mega Man 3.
no.
Okay, damn it. I tried. I tried.
Guys, it's been great.
All right,
Bye.
all right, guys. This has been. I'm Matt Poole. If you don't know who I am, you know who I am now. I'm Mac. Come watch me as we do some crazy shit. Like I said, next Monday we got another episode of Game Grudge. It's a pre-tape episode. It's going to be on YouTube. So if you want to go on YouTube, make sure you go to YouTube next Monday to see the pre-tape episode. Monday after that, we'll have another live episode, and then on there, and then we also have the GF1 podcast with me, Zach, Happy Hour Win, and definitely we will have Mustachio, the Mr. Mustachio. We'll have her on. We're gonna have. Make sure you go watch us. We're gonna talk some shit. We will probably be talking about, you never know. We might be talking dicks and gaming. Never know. No laughs. Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
just side glances.
I'm more concerned than anything else.
Look, we're going to talk about Leisure Shoot Larry and who should play Leisure Shoot Larry. There we go. How about that?
That's not what you said.
I know that's not what I said. I know what I said. I know what I said, damn you. We talked about Mega Man, and look, if you like us talking about, if you want to hear about robots and possibly do they have sex?
Oh God, nope. In the show.
Yeah, the answer is yes, and we already know that.
Yes, they do. If you want to hear more about it,
go follow Trink Bell at
go try Trink Bell. Yeah. Ask her about. Hey, ask her this. Say yes. Ash is having.
Ask her if she knows somebody who fucks food.
Yeah, ask me if I know somebody who fucks food. I definitely have an answer for you for that one. Yes, his name's Mac.
Mm-hmm. He fucks food and he has a thing for milkshakes.
Yep.
Shut up. Oh God! All right.
Your reputation is going to be.
He also wants to be drowned by mermaids while having sex with them. So
you know what? Look. We'll discuss this on the gym.
I'm gonna be honest. That's not that uncommon.
We'll talk about that.
Let's slowly led into the Mr. Mime thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. This has been good. We'll see you next time on the episode of GF1. Next episode of Gamer Grudge. Peace out. Bye.
Run.
No, don't run. Stay. Forever and ever.
No.
Oh, damn it. I played
you should go run. I like to chase.